It's so large.
The cough drops are next to you.
I don't know where my shell is.
I know. Would you excuse my shell?
No.
Ooh, your volume's still on, B-Dog.
A little bit. We're good now, though.
Uh-oh. Trouble.
Enjoy our intro slideshow as we finish our creations here. I'm getting Spotify pulled up and make sure we have some tunes.
So, the Wisp, can you tell us about the time that you ate a rain jacket?
Oh boy, I sure can. Okay, so I have pretty bad ADHD. I don't know if y'all could guess that about me based on who I am as a person on stream. Can't find it, so okay. Is this what you're gonna use? I like it. One of the things that comes along with ADHD is sometimes you'll have sensory behaviors that you do, and mine was and still is chewing on stuff. And so when I was in kindergarten, my mom bought me this like very fun like purple rain slicker jacket, like sort of like the one that the Morton girl is wearing in the Salt commercials, but purple. And the first day that she sent me to school in it, excuse me, I also am dying. The first day that I went to school in it, I came home and there was a big old hole, a quarter-sized hole in the top of the hood. And my mom was like, Mickey! There's no way to say this without saying my name, so, Mickey! Please don't yell. Use your inside voice. I cannot.
I noticed it's a fair representation of your mother.
That is an accurate representation of my mother. But she was like, Nikki, what happened to the top of your rain jacket? And I, promptly, out of nowhere, was like, well, it was the squirrels. And she was like, it was what? I said, it was the squirrels. She said, what do you mean? I said, well, I was standing underneath the tree during recess. And also, yeah, so for the record, you guys can't see it yet, but Asphodel is acting as my father, who was sitting there in his... Yeah, can you go? Okay, thank you. So, my father sitting there reading the paper, shaking with laughter, trying so hard not to laugh. But, so, I go, yeah, I was standing underneath the tree at recess, and some squirrels jumped down on top of my head, and they chewed a hole in my rain slicker. My mom's like, I don't think that that's true, Nick. Are you lying? And I said, why would I lie, Gail? That's my mom's name also. And she goes, Nikki, really think about it. Do you want to lie to me today? And I said, okay, I did it. And the whole time, I almost got away with it too. My mom almost dropped it, but no, finally at the end, because I am at this core of my being, a truly Hufflepuff bitch, was like, I've done this terrible thing.
The Slytherin in me would have been like, those freaking squirrels. Let's get them, Ma.
Also, for the record, stream, I have maybe bronchitis. I don't know yet. Who knows?
I love that story. Can we all get a golf clap? I have a favor to ask of you, Wisp.
What's up?
When I adjusted the key, I didn't account for my height, and my head's cut off.
Some of us
So
were
if you
Mine
could
took it a little bit.
just roll upward a little bit. Nope. Just, you see that wheel on the side?
Yeah, I turned it.
Not that one. Grab the actual...
Squirrels!
Grab the...
Okay.
Okay. Done.
I am with this.
Okay, clip that.
Yes.
That's my favorite part of this entire reunion special.
The reunion special.
Oh, Billy, I don't know why you asked me to do anything. I can't see any wheels. There's a lot happening.
Definitely Billy-Shayne.
I don't know why you asked me to do anything.
Because I trusted you.
Why?
Because I listened to country music growing up, and Ben Skills, I still believe in you.
Well, we saw Vince Gill live, and he's ugly.
And he didn't believe in shit.
And
He's
Joe
married
Walsh's nose is...
That doesn't mean he's pretty, though.
I know, it's just crazy, because she,
Who's his wife?
Extremely beautiful. A former pop and gospel singer. She was a pop star in the 80s, and then an extremely popular gospel singer throughout the 90s and early aughts.
So I'm preemptively sorry if I blow y'all's speakers a little bit. I have a cough rag. I'm just gonna die. We'll see how it goes.
Okay, so now that we're all in frame, hey guys, welcome to the Ruins of Adventure stream for Tales from the Yawning Portal. Let me get some of my props here. I've got the Xanatar with me in the house today, and I've also got the book, Tales from the Yawning Portal. We've already completed the first act of the campaign, which was a little sub-campaign from 3rd edition called Sunless Citadel. And we already ran through that, and if you want to catch more information on that, check out our last episode, which is called Episode X, which is our recap of everything up to this point, because we are in the second one, and we're pretty progressed as we find ourselves in the Forge of Fury, currently under the Spine of the World Mountains, specifically one monolith called the Stone Tooth, in search of an ancient dwarven foundry known as Kundrakar.
Glitterham.
We've arrived into the palace level of this particular foundry, known as the Glitterham, and are currently battling our way through some unsuspecting troglodytes in an effort to do a little reconnaissance and find some blades so that we can pass on to the next the next campaign in our the next chapter of our module. They're all like campaigns, but anyway, the first thing that we do generally is hop into some trivia. So if you watch that recap episode, I would definitely encourage you to tune into that. And we've also got some special April Fool's Day coming up on this episode as well. Happy April Fool's Day to you. We're going to appreciate this holiday and celebrate. Yes. We're not really doing it.
Yeah.
Okay, so the system that we do for trivia there's my little bag. They're called benchmarks. You can get benchmarks to fill up this bag, and when all the benchmarks are in the bag, you earn a war chest, which is general fantasy loot. The crunching of aluminum wrapping you hear is a bag of Cheetos.
Blood
It's
Cheetos.
teamwork.
It is
If
blood
you want to
Cheetos.
see the Blood Cheetos story, check out our most popular clip to date.
Second most popular will be Edwin staring into the camera while he eats Cheetos for
Yeah, that's
50
going to be a
minutes.
big one. So I haven't had a chance to play with the other group because last week was Fashion Week and all the boys in that club were extremely busy.
Oh, the Hot Boys?
That is correct. And so we have an open format, and I think since we did a recap episode, it would probably be good just to play trivia on the shit going around us and kind of catch everyone up on the plot. So if you've stayed current with us, it's definitely going to pay to be a fan. Trivia question number 1. Once upon a time, in the exact same spot you're at right now, a dwarven leader gathered together his people to make a last stand against a faction of orcs that were invading his ancestral homeland. What
Many
was
Arrows
the
tribe.
name of this tribe of orcs?
Many Arrows tribe?
Correct. The Many Arrows tribe. Benchmark.
Durgeddon the Black Dwarf.
He's not an orc, though.
Yeah.
He's not an orc, though.
Anyway,
Fun
so
facts with Edwin.
in response to the orcs from this particular tribe, I was mentioning that there was this one leader that rallied his people. They met at a monolith just south of their ancient citadels and established a fortress known as what?
Kundrakar.
Correct. Kundrakar. Within this monolith, a foundry was established to pump out fine weapons that bore a mark of, rather than a clan name, but of the first name of their leader.
Durgeddon.
That is correct. Durgeddon.
Damn it!
Durgeddon the Black rallied his forces at Kundrakar, pumped out these weapons, and lasted as long as they could. They were finally They were finally overthrown by the orcs, however, because they used some of their strategic advantages to infiltrate into an area of the foundry that could be exposed by burrowing through the permafrost and rock. This tunnel led to what area
The Glitterham.
of Country Car? Correct.
Got one.
That's the only thing you
We've
get.
all got one.
A Glitterham?
Sure.
The Glitterham would have at one point been used to treat... I think anything goes from Indiana Jones, and The Legend of Doom is playing right now. And if I really want to make sure that all this audio doesn't make it, I would let that play.
Woo!
I'm going to go ahead and skip.
Oh, we're listening to Kubo.
Yes, Kubo and the Two Streams.
Regina
Excellent.
Spektor made this soundtrack, you guys.
Who?
Regina Spektor.
Some manner of Icelander, right?
Kuba who?
Kubo and the Two Streams.
It's a TV show. Or
Come
movie.
on.
So stand on with us.
Yeah.
I look like Gollum when I think.
It would have at one point been been used to entreat foreign diplomats or anyone visiting the fortress, but it now serves as what? As we found alcoves.
A tomb.
Correct.
I was gonna say.
tomb
a
or
We've
hatchery.
also have accepted burial. Burial.
I was gonna say a hatchery for some fungus among us.
The hatchery for something.
Well,
even
that's leading
worse.
into our next question. It might have been a tomb at one time, but the orcs in their time here have led to other creatures and hostilities presenting themselves to plunder the treasure, and this level seems to be occupied by what monstrous reptilian
Troglodytes.
race? Correct.
Stink lizards.
There are
They're also
troglodytes among us.
Fuck troglodytes.
I didn't sense any hatred there.
But you can only really see the map from a distance, but you can see the multicolors that we're working with. And if someone would like to take a picture of the map and post it to Instagram, we can throw what account that's being posted on so you can check it out.
I have a private Insta.
I also have private stuff.
Well, never mind. You can check out our Facebook in the event, or not in the event, in the About section of our page, and I'll make sure to post it. If one of you will take a picture and send it via GroupMe, I'll try and post it at Intermission so you can see what we're working
I
with
already
here.
said one.
But I have gone into another book to find this information about the fungus. That happens to be the campaign that the Hot Boys
Hot boys!
are playing through right
Clip
now.
that. That's their
What
intro.
campaign module is Sabin the Wizard? I think he's a Sergeant Gesh and Cade currently playing through.
It's not.
Into the Abyss.
It's the Underdark one. Tales from the Underdark.
Tales from the Underdark yawning portal darkness place.
Edwin got the closest, so I'll still get it to not into the abyss, out of the abyss.
Oh, well.
Right, we're in the Underdark.
Out of the
They're
abyss.
in the Underdark. It's fine.
So I have printed off this.
Well, maybe
particular-
maybe the group shouldn't be a bunch of pussies and just stay in the Underdark forever, huh? Why can't they make light like Edwin?
I did something stupid.
What?
Edwin?
Why does it feel so good?
Those two top pages.
Do I get benches?
Here you go.
Do I get bonus benchmarks whenever I can turn real life into a Taylor Swift lyric?
No.
No.
But I would
I
like to
just
say
did that.
that if you're curious about introducing these Underdark funguses in your campaign, you can find them on page 22 and 23 of Out of the Abyss. We've made photocopies of our book that we definitely own in real life, don't we?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I like to look through it and look at how the Hot Boys are gonna die next.
I hug it every night.
Hot boys.
So anyway, 22 and 23 got some cool stuff on here. Barrel stalks and fire lichens and tongue of madness. We may see some of this tonight. So anyway, last bit of trivia coming around. We have 3 questions remaining. We're going to start with our daily double. 2 events are currently plaguing the surface world while we're here in the Yawning Portal. What two events are
Dragon
currently tearing the
Rebellion and
realms apart?
Zostam and Faye being total dickholes to everyone we associate with.
Edwin knows his stuff. To recap that, the Dragon Rebellion.
We just happened to be in Mirabar when he got to do his recap episode, so I just think it's really fun how we were just...
I also knew the answer to that. He just started talking first.
We were just in Mirabar having a good old time.
We were at the loo.
Well, I didn't have a good time. Wait.
Well, anyway, today's daily double was earned. All right, last question.
Probably.
Scalp them all.
Good. Oh, yeah.
Once upon a time,
Oh boy.
approximately 4 months ago from now, so we're in Myrtle.
Wait.
In real life or in the game?
In the game.
Okay.
So we're in Myrtle now. It would have been in Eliant, which I think is January. So back in January, we found ourselves having to travel by boat.
You mean hot tub?
Up from Daggerford, trying to get around Waterdeep and into a small cropping of islands known as the Black Claws. We used a voyage crew put together by the pirate queen Darktreader until we arrived at one of the islands that had been used as a sanctuary that was manifested and kept by two people of the cloth. One of them was a shield dwarf who was from the north. What was this? And he was a paladin of Moradin. Who was this?
Magner of Clan Battlehammer.
Correct.
And the other one was Moira.
I mean, I
My
didn't throw
sweet
my dick
eagle.
on the table when we talked about Darktreader.
Well, you missed your opportunity.
So, with that being said, trivia time
Can
is
I have
concluded.
a paw?
And
You don't want to touch me. I'm sick.
what we need to do before we start going into our exposition is for the Wisp to look forward to our program on our HUD here and tell us how much time has elapsed.
Can you catch us with your mouth?
Madeline, or Asphodel, you know that I
Can you
cannot.
catch us with your mouth?
I
No.
can't see that far. Hold on.
But I'll eat it, regardless.
Okay.
Good job.
17 minutes.
Okay, so 17 minutes ago, it was 46.
Yes.
6:45.
All right, so 17 minutes have elapsed. In 15 more minutes, we're going to take our
7.
first intermission.
7? 6:47 if it was...
Or I'm sorry, at 45.
Can you give me an
We'll take our first intermission.
Oh, I
so
know.
we've got about half an hour to go. Switching over to our actual group HUD, here we are.
Yay. It's me.
So the first announcement I have before I get into exposition is that
There we
April
go.
Fool's Day has come bearing its tricks. April Fool's Day in real life.
Ta-da!
April Fool's Day in real life may not equate to much other than some tricks that we may pull on one another and practical jokes. But instead what I'm going to do today is in Myrtle, all the gods of trickery align to fuck with you this one day. And the god of trickery that we dislike the most once had dominion over causing the wild magic pockets and the destruction of the weave. That's right, I'm talking about Cyric. Cyric is unaffected in his domain and portfolio of trickery, even though the god of death has been restored as well as the goddess of magic. But he still causes magic to fluctuate. This would be equivalent to a tropical storm hitting a Six Flags or another theme park on any of the coasts. So our tropical surge has happened today, and you notice that the construct that Hallister built is no stranger to being affected. Anytime there is a spell today, we will be rolling on the Wild Magic Surge table. I suspect that means we're going to see some cantrips get employed a little more heavily than we're used to seeing. But when we do see magic happen, we are going to definitely see some fun results. You can find this table in the Sorcerer class section of the player's handbook. In the Wild Magic area on page 104.
So, just to clarify, whenever we cast something that is first level or up.
Correct.
Okay. So cantrips are fair game.
Yes, cantrips are fair game, just on spells.
Okay.
Simply for the interest of time. I know we might have a lot of flumps coming up.
Yes!
Memory has served with Wild Magic that there's going to be at least 10 flumps at any given point.
And at least 12 inches.
Yeah, we're going to see 12 inches experienced either growth or lost across. And we also may have some incredible magical casting abilities too. Everyone currently playing is going to be able to cast spells. Myself with the monsters and NPCs, and then every player you see here is also able to cast spells. So this is going to be a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, please, if nothing...
I am the worst magic user of all time.
Alright, so also before we get into exposition, we're going to talk about our inventories today. So that we can keep you up to date on what we actually do as players and can do in this world. I think the person that has the simplest inventory is probably going to be Edwin here. So Edwin, could you lead us off with a breakdown of
all right. What do you want to know? Do you want to know about like?
Let's hear not only about.
Not Asphodel.
Here we go. Like I got a staff, but it's good, and I got a fucking ring.
Let's talk about what each of them do as well.
So, okay, I've got a staff made by Asphodel. It's not very. I can't do it.
It's got.
I can't live like
I'm very negative.
I'll go with it. Just throw.
Okay.
You be the follow, and will you lay that beat again, please, Maestro?
Oh my
god. My hand is slobbery.
I feel perfect yet.
Alright.
None of these lyrics are about to rhyme, but that's okay. So he's got a staff made by Asphodel. It's got the Eldritch Invocation.
Green Lord's Gift.
Green Lord's Gift. Came out in Underdark. Alright, so anyway.
And it can cast Meteor Swarm. 4 times though, and then it turns into
a regular staff again.
Nope, it doesn't even do that. It turns into an oak sapling.
It turns into an oak sapling, which means that it works on charges. So anyway, he has a staff that works on charges that is also imbued with a passive ability called Green Lord's Gift. Green Lord's Gift allows Edwin to recover all of his HP, or not all of his HP, but the maximum amount of HP that you could gain without having to roll. Ideal for potions or spells that are happening. Right, proceed.
I also have a holy symbol, the Talisman of Pure Good.
You can find that in the Dungeon Master's Guide, can you not?
Yes, probably.
That's a plus...
There's no... It's a +5 Divine Focus, and it's pretty damn awesome.
It sounds pretty damn awesome.
It has lots of nifty abilities that I'm not going to get into until dramatic moments.
Yeah, the Divine Focus was perfect, so...
Yeah.
What about your armor, your robes?
I have some robes that I... Oh, excuse me. Are you talking about the clothes that I got from your crush?
Yeah! She's so cute. It's fine. Okay.
Alright. So, I have some clothes that I got from the cute innkeeper, and I enchanted them to be fucking awesome. So now they are probably holy relics of the Lathendarian Church now.
And do they have a name?
Gowns
just robes of eternal sunshine?
No, just robes of St. Arkwood.
Robes of St. Arkwood.
Yep.
What about anything that you're carrying? Do you have any other items?
I got a Ring of Telekinesis and a Mantle of Spell Resistance.
Very cool.
And earrings that make me more dexterous.
Nice. What are those called?
Earrings.
Air rings, there we go.
Air rings.
They're like feathers.
Gosh.
Yeah.
You're like Wesley Snipes in the 90s right now.
Yeah, we made, when I got them, I made the joke that I was getting feather earrings.
Yeah, I mean, they sound cool.
Yeah.
Alright, anything else? Any potions?
No, I don't think so.
My friends.
Countrymen.
I'm ready.
Let us cease the catapulting of the
I'm
Geopause.
feeding her.
Not very well.
So
Feel like a bird.
Going back to your potions or anything.
No, I don't know those.
You're out of those?
Pretty
Okay.
sure.
Who feels most comfortable going next?
Do we want to go through the whole shebang?
Well, I mean, we can talk about loosely. I think it's important to understand what you have capability-wise in terms of them understanding.
Oh, sure. Okay. So I've got these very fun goggles I got last time we played. They can do a bunch of different shit.
Yeah.
So I can see everybody and kill everybody.
Yeah.
I got a bunch of gold. I have one of the 2 longswords we need for that guy.
You're good.
No.
No.
One of the 2 plot items that we're looking to get to Baron Althon.
Baron Althond needs
I have a bunch of
Durgan's
gold.
blades.
I am
Same.
speaking. It is my turn. I have a headscarf of whimsy, which gives me you got something to say, Asphodel? I have a headscarf of whimsy, which gives me it's sort of like, what's it called? B. Bardic inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
I have a whole bunch of alchemist's fire. I have some fun Dissonant Whisper scrolls, because Dissonant Whispers is a very fun spell that I like a lot. I have a bunch of, I already said Fire Alchemist Fire. I have my fun mayo jug, which does other things, but most importantly makes a bunch of mayo.
And that's the alchemy jug from the Dungeon Master's Guide.
Yep. I can keep going. I've got some potions of healing.
Well, let's go back to some of the more important stuff. So there's a lot of things in those bags of holding, a lot of good utility items. But in terms of how
shit.
you move and function, I think maybe hearing about your armor and
Oh!
your weapon.
Yeah, I've got +3 arbor.
I believe it's flicker sight armor.
Oh, it's, yes. Oh, never mind, that's +5, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes, it is.
And +5 flicker sight armor. Which I still haven't really figured out how to use, but it's fine.
What it allows you to do is when you are in dim light, you get to treat that as shadow. You are extremely hard to see, and track in movement, and then you also have a daily ability that pretty much allows you to create your own shadow, and all of I think 25 feet around you is effectively shadow for you to just move between, and no one can really ever tell where you are because you just look like moving darkness. And so we've really not been able to see that ability much because
I can only use it for a minute.
a lot of our people we've been fighting have been using senses other than sight to track their targets. And it's been kind of a bummer, but
It's very a bummer. Kind of is an understatement.
It's definitely going to come in handy when we get against some orcs if we end up making it to that realm of action. But right now, Troglodytes don't stay prone. But what about your weapon? Your 2 main weapons?
Weapons. My 2 weapons. My 2 sweet angel babies. One of them is...
You carry them each on your body with straps, right?
Yes. They are both
They're
strictly strapped on
strap-ons.
there.
Both very tactical, like
Yes,
SWAT team
Tactical
style.
strap-ons.
That music.
Yeah, it's very appropriate. One of them is named Angus,
And that's your thunder cannon, right?
and that is my thunder cannon, and he is a sweet angel baby who does a lot of killing for me. That's what I use most of the time.
And you can find thunder cannons in Xanatar's Guide to Everything under the Artificer and the Gunsmith.
Yes. And then I also have Ivy, which I need to... That is incorrect. Sorry. Which is a... Technically, it has its own personality. It's not like Cherokee, but it has its own personality.
Well, he is like Cherokee. He just is extremely non-communicative.
Well,
He does other things really good.
he does. He plays music when I want him to. And
It's definitely a better melee weapon than Angus
it's
is.
a crossbow. Yeah, you can smack people with it. So I do that a lot whenever I get into a melee situation because I'm not a melee character.
Well, it's a Illusion repeating crossbow made out of scrimshaw, so out of ivory, pretty much.
It's very badass.
That has bayonets on the end of it that you can stick people with. That's been awesome. And don't you have custom ammunition that you had a Solanorian priest make for you, right?
Yeah, that helio bullet?
Well, the helio bullet would be used in the gun. Your repeating crossbow uses those bolts that Vendrasi made
Oh,
for you.
yes. I'm back. I don't remember what they do, but I have it written down somewhere.
So yeah, we had a whole priest make that.
Yeah.
And then don't you have some grenades as well?
I have Alchemist's Fire.
Yeah, so...
Yeah.
you have
Vendrazi
some-
was a priest?
Well,
He thought he was.
he worshipped
He was in
Silverian.
it. He was into it.
As an arcane archer, he had the ability to use elven magic to bless and make
Right.
items, and he made a total quarrel, or a belt of bolts that she fires from. So she's firing not only from an enchanted weapon, but firing enchanted ammunition.
Okay.
It
Yeah, I
makes
don't
for
fuck
extremely potent.
So anytime he
experience.
mentions it to Edwin, he's just like, "You're a priest, huh?"
God.
Fucking weekend.
So that's it for the grenades?
Weekend monk.
Just that alchemist fire?
Yeah.
Okay,
I used to have some other stuff, but I threw it all.
I feel you. So over to Asphodel.
I have Cherokee.
And Cherokee is your...
Sentient Corona.
which also serves as your pact focus for your magic, so you can get around that material component. And then I think you've also filled some of the slots of it. Some of the slots of Cherokee. No?
Didn't you put rocks in your head?
Yeah, she has rocks.
Yeah, she naturally has those crystals going on. She can speak a lot of languages as well, and helps with a lot of charisma.
My Pact Blade is slotted.
Yeah.
To
Let's talk
hell
about that.
and
So
back.
your Pact Blade is a dwarven throwing axe that you slotted with what?
So the first slot is a Star Sapphire +2 that has a vampiric touch.
Oh, wow.
So it's necrotic. The second is Asphodel's favorite, a Black Pearl +2 that turns flesh to stone.
Oh, wow.
Are you going to say a wow next?
No, I'll say something else.
The third is Smoky Quartz, and it does disintegrate.
Wow.
Nailed it.
That's a really good Easter. Nailed it.
Yes, it is.
Jesus!
So,
Yes.
what's
Yeah,
also
that's what
important
they were
about this
talking
dwarven
about.
throwing axe
It
is
comes
that...
back. I'm
Yeah, it was a
bored.
custom commission from Star Steel, so it has the ability to recall as well as to cleave.
And I am kind of badass, so it throws like 18 times now.
Well, yeah, because of your Eldritch Invocations, you are allowed to make 3 attack actions whenever you take the attack action with it. But because of its natural abilities, you already were able to make each one of those a different target as long as it was in 5 feet of the original target, and then recall it to your hand with a bonus action. So you essentially have the ability to
Saber throw.
Yeah, attack 6 times total.
Wait, I have a question. Can she
Yeah.
do that to mine? Can she do that to my sweet angel baby?
So that's not an
Angus?
enchantment. That is the material it was
Yeah.
made from. You would need
No,
to
the
contact a Star Steel.
Tabernac.
I believe we did that in Daggerford.
Oh.
Was where we had that commission.
Yes.
So
The
question,
Iron Eater clan.
I had it.
I have a Star Steel bracelet.
Yes.
So if I punch somebody,
Mm-hmm.
You can punch them 18 times.
Pop, 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 pop,
No.
pop.
okay,
So-
just go. My arms
Specific
just
weapons
flailing.
happen to be made with that. And spoiler alert: in terms of Star Steel, it's got to have.
Optim's Blade. Do I get a benchmark for that?
What?
You do get a benchmark. She had that commissioned at Optim's Blade and
Okay.
Silvery Moon with Star Steel that she.
Okay,
got
I was
there.
just like, what?
Can I send a letter to Amber to tell her to send me a better thunder cannon?
I don't know how the letter is supposed to get to her.
I mean, it's Wild Magic Day. Anything could happen.
Yeah, I
debatably.
think if you can find one of the wild magics that would correspond, you could tell a unicorn. They'd be down to
I
help.
could.
Yeah.
Especially if it's the unicorn that we saved from death 1,000 years ago.
Well, we'll have to flip a coin to see if it's a unicorn from Hallister's world or from real world.
Yeah.
But
Of
yes,
course.
otherwise I am extremely down for that. Great idea. So
Yeah,
anyway,
all
that was a
right.
lot of work. Asphodel spent a lot of time priming that. So let's talk about your armor next.
I just got this Aegis armor.
Mm-hmm.
1 minute charisma mod to AC lesser regeneration. I also am immune from lightning because I skinned a dragon and put it on my body.
Yeah, I think that's made with a blue dragon hide, right?
That is lightning.
From the
so-
Lenathan clan.
Yeah.
And so what she was noting there was that she has
Shield rating.
a daily ability to increase her armor class by her charisma modifier, which I think is +5.
My charisma is Defense plus 5.
Yeah, so if your armor class is already at 20, that would shoot it up to 25. I mean, it would be like, wearing Enchanted Adamantine. It would be extremely hard. And then also you have a passive ability that is just lesser regeneration. So, whenever you go unconscious at the end of every round, it doesn't matter, at the end of every round, if you're less than half of your health points, you start gaining 1 HP. So that's extremely helpful if you get knocked unconscious and can naturally get yourself back up. It does mean that we also have to pay attention to negative HP, especially since we use the system shock and permadeath rules set by the DMG. So do you have anything else? Any potions or any grenades? I know we used Calcrix to throw one of your grenades in Goblinville, which is a real name of a real place, I assure you.
Wait, that was...
From the
that
mines
was
that
my
brought
gun?
you Ballsag.
That
comes Goblinville.
That was mine, wasn't it?
No, that was hers, and she gave it to Calcrix, and Calcrix threw it like a frisbee.
I have resistance to bludgeoning.
Very cool. What's that from?
I don't know. It's written down.
Oh,
Okay.
I have resistance to non-magical bludgeoning, slashing, and piercing damage.
I'm
Not
also
that I ever get to
resistant
use
to
it.
fire damage.
Well, the fire damage is from your epic boon, which is the Flame Soul. I think the resistance to bludgeoning might have been a former armor ability. I definitely don't think that's present in your current, but what should be present in your current is resistance to lightning. So I would erase bludgeoning and rewrite lightning.
I have an orb of forlorn notes.
You used
You
to.
don't have that anymore,
It
remember? We can
broke
take it
once
with
we
us.
left the Sunless Citadel, so you'll also have to erase that. But the Orb of Forlorn Notes, definitely check that out in our highlights. Asphodel cleaned up. And we also talked a lot about that in the recap and how that was our play of the game.
Yeah. The
Orb of
moment where
Forlorn Notes was the play of the game.
Moonlight Sonata starts playing and everything goes in slow-mo as everyone's rotting and dying.
Yeah, we had a good time talking about your assault on Goblinville. That was extremely cool. But it's gone.
It's so fun going over inventory.
Right? I'm like...
Golly.
So, any
Alright.
other grenades or anything?
I have a belt of hill giant strength.
That you do. That allows you to really function as
I also have
a-
Morgan's cape.
And that's also an extremely important item. I think the belt, the belt of the giant strength was a non-attune, but
Yeah.
the cape, the sentient item, and the armor all were attuned. Or not the armor, rather. Your armor's non-attuned, but your... Oh, yeah. How we got around it, your armor is attuned, but because your throwing axe is a packed weapon, it got to get around the attunement loop.
Vibe.
And so you technically have 4 items you're attuned to, but one of them, your patron, Queen Tatiana, is helping you with. So that's really cool. We also forgot to cover that the Wisp has that ability too through the Artificer, as she's able to attune with 4 items.
I don't have a
Sadly,
full bag
Edwin is still limited to 3, the only guy limited to 3, but
yet. I don't have a full
he's also our strongest multi-classer. With 4 classes you've multi-classed in now?
bag. 5?
No, it's 3.
Just 3?
Yeah,
I thought it was-
Mystic and Wizard.
Oh, I thought there was a monk in there.
Yes, so 4.
I was right.
Yeah,
Oh, BM for me.
good job.
I can.
But it feels like 5 because I have access to some druid
Druids,
stuff from
through the
Magic
feat.
and
Yeah. All really cool stuff. Well, that brings us up. So what you're going to see is a combination of this stuff, but look to the Wisp if you want to see great item play. Look to Asphodel for incredible combat. And look to Edwin for
drive
an
the van.
extremely diverse spell portfolio as he uses his classes to navigate through stuff. And with that being said, it's time for exposition.
Wow, wow,
The Wisp,
wow,
could you
wow.
note the progress from where we're at?
I think that says 39 minutes.
39. So
69.
we'll do
Hey.
20 minutes from now. 7:43 is when we're going to take our first intermission. So let's see what we can
Alright.
do in 20 minutes with the Xanatar. I declare us game on. Deep to the north of the continent of Faerun is a ridge of mountains that have stood the test of time and been home to the strongest clan of shield dwarves for millennia. However, some of that territory has been torn asunder by an tribe of orcs that is learned from the Tegon Horde, a force from the continent of the east known as Karator. And in teaching them these mystical eastern ways, orcs rose to a new zenith of power. Conquering from the east, they drove the dwarves out and set up new territorial claims. And it's that very claim that we're investigating today. As in order to proceed to deeper levels of the Yawning Portal, we must come away with a minimum of 2 blades forged by Durgeddon himself in his old fortress known as Kundrakar, but the modern-day Stonetooth. This delineated mystery gets deeper and deeper as the once proud palace known as the Glitterham has been inhabited by strange fungal growths and even stranger creatures, as a powerful race of troglodytes has carved out a life for themselves here in the Glitterham, completely separate from the orcs. And in discovering a burial chamber of dwarves in a massive grove of fungus, Asphodel and the Wisp have led the way, going deeper and deeper until they have found a completely dwarven constructed pathway and staircase that leads up to a set of patina and sculptural iron doors. However, Edwin has lagged behind in order to deal with a troglodyte reconnaissance force and has successfully murdered 3 of the troglodytes that would chase them and do them harm. Ebbing around diplomacy due to an early and aggressive start, we are currently faction against faction in a blitzkrieg-style infiltration, caring not for their cause, aims, or desires, and instead looking towards finding these blades and progressing as fast as possible. I am now going to review my notes down here in the Glitterham for our initiative order.
I would like to state for the record that it's not my fault that we started off aggressive. They started it. I just finished it. We had that argument earlier in the car on the way to the Walmart. It's not my fault.
So I have here
That's how
that the
real life
Wisp
conflicts happen.
has the floor. We must have ended it on Edwin. So the Wisp, we begin with you standing at the base of what is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 feet of a descent into a dwarven staircase down to iron doors. Asphodel, I think. What is that?
Yeah, that's Asphodel.
Asphodel. Okay.
Because I don't know where my seashell is.
Oh, the Wisp, can you open the 4th drawer?
Thank
Why didn't
God.
you?
Tatiana, thank you.
Fucking thank me, bitch. You know Tatiana today.
Don't say that. She makes my staff good.
And we get 2 BMs for roleplay and roleplay.
Does Tatiana do something bad?
I mean, if you consider her murderous rhetoric against the Unseelie court bad, then yes, but I think only archdruids would hold that position normally.
Yeah,
the heart.
The ones that are like, oh, we need to be neutral.
Neutrality must
Yeah.
be preserved.
Fuck neutrality.
Yeah, everyone's like, oh yeah, neutrality, but really though, but really, let's all be good, okay, guys?
He has ambivalent moments.
Yeah.
Anyway, that being
Moral
said, the
flexibility.
Wisp, Asphodel, is behind you.
Please do not talk about her that
And
way.
you feel a slight buzzing in your head. I wouldn't say it's painful, but it probably would feel more like standing 25 feet from a monitor that's at ear level. So just this kind of little buzz that is starting to happen. And even your hands, you feel the tremors. Less so the sound, more of the feeling of how heavy bass causes your skin to tremor.
Yeah.
Now, I say that's only on areas that are not affected by your flicker side armor. So I think we're just talking about your fingers and maybe portions of your face.
Nice.
Your forehead and cheekbone.
Nice. Hey, Asphodel, did we go in that room and/or B? Did we go in that room? Okay.
You did not.
Hey, I saw a passageway that we might want to go down while we're waiting
Oh, wait.
for...
I should also say, in full disclosure
Edward.
of your turn, you suddenly recall a great and in-depth knowledge of possible fungi that could be harvested. And instead of pressing forward, you start salivating for the
Oh.
action points that you've passed.
I would like some retroactive action points, but that's okay.
Oh wait, there's another grove.
Okay. Hey, baby, honey, lamb. I think we should... Lamb. I think that we should wait for, Edwin so we don't get separated. So I think we should go back and harvest some delicious fungi so I can poison some people later on.
Okay, you harvest. I will cast blight on everything else.
Okay.
Take
5,
what you need.
10, 15, 20, 25.
So you're moving back down the pathway
Yeah.
onto what is now the rubble path. And these paths give way down into depressions about 10, 15 feet, where there seems to be caps and stalks and puffballs attempting to grow. The only ones that you saw earlier when you did recon in this area was a really deep pit over here, about 15 feet to your right, and then another one about 20 feet to your left, and then another one about
All the way over there, I'm not going back.
40
to that.
feet by the dwarven sepulchres.
Okay. I would like to use my bonus action to dash.
This one and this one
30.
had the most diverse.
Okay, solid 30.
I put that in the wrong spot.
Do you
Should put
say
it there.
diverse again?
Yeah, I have a hard time with certain consonants from my fake teeth.
35.
Alternative teeth.
Bonus action to dash.
Okay,
Like
so
Five.
use your movement again.
10, 15, 20. I would
Okay.
like to search these two groves.
So you can search one. It
Okay,
takes
that's
an
fine.
action
I'll
to
take this one.
forage.
That's fine.
So that means a nature check to determine the die rolled for quantity.
What if I made a medicine? Never mind. A nature check is fine.
I was about to say,
A venison
you used
check.
to love your nature checks.
still-
I recall the days of the green fields
That's a 25.
where we foraged all day and all night. So it would go 5,
Yeah.
10, 15, 20, 25.
I'll take it.
Okay. So now we have to flip a coin to see if it's edible or exotic. Do you want Pac-Man or Namco to be exotic?
Pac-Man to be exotic.
And it's up in the air. And it's Pac-Man. Sound the air horn. Okay, so that means that we're going to page 23 from Out of the Abyss, where there is 1, 2, 3,
I wanna
4,
roll for
5,
it.
6. Go ahead and roll that d6. Oh, a dix, as you would call
A
it.
dix. That's not wood.
You have recovered a tall, tube-shaped bioluminescent mushroom that is approximately 10 feet tall.
Where am I gonna put that?
And is emitting bright light in a 15-foot radius and dim light for an additional 15 feet.
Does that
This-
get allowed?
This exotic fungus is known as nightlight. After uprooted, you have 1 round until it dies. And you recovered 3 of them.
Do they have any other properties?
Probably need to figure them out.
Yes. You can turn it on and off by touching it.
Okay, question. If I turn it off, does it last for longer rounds? Like, could I
No,
hypothetically... Okay.
it has 1 hour period.
Oh, you said 1 hour. I thought you said 1 round. And I was
Yeah,
like,
it
that's
doesn't.
not
It doesn't
helpful
have
to
to
me.
be. It doesn't have to be
At all.
lit to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
To expend that hour. That hour just goes no matter what because you've uprooted it. So that's what you recovered out of the first pit.
Boy, oh boy.
And
I mean, I could move closer to the second pit and wait.
okay. So what you notice about this second pit on your left, though, since you still have movement left, is that it only has edible.
Oh,
It
hard
doesn't
pass.
have the ecological diversity.
Alright, I'm gonna go back and look at some of that.
I mean, just because it's edible doesn't mean that it
It's
doesn't
not
do...
poisonous?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
no,
Edible
no
just
way.
means that it
Oh,
has to be
wait.
ingested. Or rather, you know...
Yeah, poison.
Okay,
Technically,
wait.
anything's edible.
So the
once.
wisp recovers these 3, halogen light length
Yeah.
tubes of fungus and
I
stuffs
would
them
like to-
down into a sack the size
I'm holding one of them up above my head.
of like a purse.
I am the
ASAP
Master
Rocky. I'm holding one of them up over my head like ASAP Rocky when he
Right.
threw the mic stand.
We
is what I'm
go
doing.
from the wisp to Asphodel. You watch her harvest this fungus, and I have to say that Cherokee is definitely having some FOMO, and is like, "Whoa! Don't let her get all the fungus." and points you back to the dwarven sepulchres.
Tatiana, lead me.
So you want Tatiana to lead you?
Yeah.
Your tremor sense activates, and rather than go all the way back over here, you sense another growth. Much
How
closer.
dare. That's how I feel about it also, Truth.
I'm going to give you a homework point for using your tremor sense. So we're going to go 5, 10. Okay, looks like we've got a bit of a descent here.
I'll blink.
5, 10, 15.
I'll blink.
Well, blink happens at the end of your turn, if you recall. So
I'll ethereal exit into the grove.
it would probably help you a little bit more to let me finish the description of the area, because you can solve it with one of your skills rather than wasting any of your abilities. But it's only a 15-foot drop, and with your high athletics, you reckon that you could probably just lower yourself.
I'll just lower myself.
All right, I need you to beat a DC 15 athletics check. Should not be too hard for you.
That's a
It's
6.
a 6 plus your athletics modifier.
Is it 11?
17. That is a pass. Lowering yourself. All right, so you went 5, 10, 15. And then it looks like a wall approximately 10 feet juts up, and it is covered in this fungus, or it's not covered, but the root work
Nature
for
check.
the fungus
Nature
goes
check.
all the way up. Well, before you can do the nature check, you're going to have to crawl up, or not crawl, climb rather, up this 10-foot ledge. So I need you to make another athletics check.
Crawling
DC
just
10.
or
With a
climbing
7
vertical
plus
crawling.
11, that's 18. You make it look easy as you wall jump off the rock and only have to use one hand
Parkour.
as your belt allows you to scale the root-covered cliff face in no time. And with the Zelda, you discover...
Why didn't I get any beauty?
Because she found the hidden one. Go ahead and make a nature check for
I
me,
don't
please.
think that that's fair, but okay.
I used my goddess.
You got the low-hanging fruit.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to do
bodies.
multiple of them tonight. I'll give you Final Fantasy VII's victory tune on your next one.
Nice. Thank you.
Yeah.
You can join in if you want.
Okay.
I know you.
I'll be the.
Alright, so our nature check
I have a plus 7 to that.
with a 7 on 17 is 24, which means you fall just one short, but we're going to be rolling
Inspiration
D8.
point.
Inspiration point once per round means that she gains a plus 5 to this roll, putting it back up to a D10 with a score of 28. So now we need to go to our coin to determine if it's exotic.
Namco.
Namco is our exotic. Pac-Man is our edible. That's Namco, so we're going back to the exotic. Go ahead and roll a D6 for me,
Yay.
please.
Dicks.
Asphodel studying her dice options.
I got new dice to go while we were in the loo.
Alright, with a score of 2, you see a small mushroom that glows with a vibrant, positive aura when your hand gets near to it, and Cherokee even bubbles to the surface. Oh, that feels good.
Feels real good.
It is called Nilhog's Nose, she informs you, and anyone who eats it gains advantage on perception-based checks
Please eat that now.
I eat it now.
relative to
I eat it
smell
now.
for 1d4 ever. 1d4.
Oh my god! How many lifetimes will this last?
How
1D
long will I love you? 1d4 ever.
Ever.
There you go. New
1d4 hours. However, you suffer disadvantage on saving throws that involve smell for the same amount of time. So if you get around something that's odorous, and you are affected by odors. You are not. You actually love the smell of the earth, manure included.
Yeah.
So,
It's like I was
And we
raised
technically
in
are
farmers.
immune to poison, so.
yeah. I guess Nilhog's nose just looks like it gets you. Let's find out how many you got with the roll of this.
How many
D10.
noses?
I want one of those too, though.
You found 2 of Nilhog's nose. You cannot eat it this action, as activating a magic item such as Nilhog's nose would require an action, but you did harvest 2 of them.
Nice. I would like to, with my one sentence.
You have moved a total of 25 feet of
I
your
want to
35
look around
feet.
more.
Where do you want to go next?
To more.
So you're going to have to get down the
Tatiana,
ledge.
thank you for this
I need
blessing.
you to pass a
No,
DC.
I'm talking to
I'm
my
sorry.
god.
This.
There is no gender here.
Well, she's
Only
not a god
nature.
either.
There's no
They-
need to be upset, Tatiana.
That sounded really sexual.
Well, sorry.
Thank you for all of your blessings. Please lead me in a way that will help protect and procure good things for nature and the survival of creatures like you and me.
And a roleplay benchmark to Asphodel for that prayer. Now, I need you to pass a DC 10 athletics check.
Do I get a roleplay point for mocking her the whole time?
No.
Like, can we all hear this on the Sending Stone, I guess, channel? We're just like,
Cherokee's in control of that. And
Okay. Okay.
Cherokee is indulgent to Asphodel's personality.
Okay.
And would not allow such things to be made public.
Yeah.
So that being said, you have passed with a score of 18, 30, 35. End of movement. We now go to... Oh, did you still want to cast Blink?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a bonus action.
And a spell.
And a spell. So we go to our first table. Everyone get out your wild magic tables as we go for our roll. Go and pick up that D100.
I don't have one.
Here.
You're gonna,
We
you're
could
gonna need
share.
both. You're gonna need
Alright.
a D10 with it. Asphodel's wild magic roll says,
Can I read it?
no thank you.
Can I read it?
No,
I'm real good
I'm
at
the
reading.
dungeon.
But I'm real good at reading.
Check the title.
Whose stream is, or
DM
whose channel is it?
Shanye.
Okay, wait. So do I have to do
No, no D20, just the D100. I see a 94. An entry for
Oh,
94
damn.
says your size increases by one size category for the next minute. So for the next 10 turns. We actually need to use that piece because it's the only one that's large.
Oh my
Oh, yeah.
god.
Yeah, this will work. All right, so this is now Asphodel, this massive fucking crystal. You are
Oh
no longer
my
medium
God.
sized. That's too big. We'll need to use the blue one. You are now. I guess we need to figure out how tall you are. Go ahead and roll a d20. 13 feet tall.
She grow. God, you're
real
already
tall.
taller than me now.
Well, I guess
just
that
like,
would be on top of your already height, so about 18 feet tall.
yeah.
All right, you're 18 feet tall.
Hey, Asphodel.
Which means you're perfect in this particular area, but you have concerns about moving forward.
Yeah.
But anyway, dwarves always build things in grandiose size as a compensation for their particular size. So most of these halls are probably going to be pretty fitting. That being said, that's it for our first wild magic. And go ahead and roll that d20 again to see if you blink. You do not. With a score of 11 or below, or 10 or below, you do not blink. But it is active for the next minute.
You have a whole minute
So you're
to become
18
a giant blinking monster.
You're a large teleporting
Oh my god.
archfey is now loose in the Glitterham.
God help me.
This
Can
is
that be my
beautiful.
new thing that under my name?
No.
Large teleporting archfey.
Alright, so that's for the
Me
next
and the
10
Glitterham.
rounds.
Yeah.
Here we go. We arrive back at Edwin.
Alright. I seek to rejoin the party, so I guess
Go
I
for it.
go forward.
So you leave area 21,
Or I'm
in for 22, or 22,
yeah.
and are into 24, which
Yep,
is the
so-
official Glitterham.
Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and then double move.
Alright, so dashing with
5.
an action.
10, 15, 20.
You spot
20.
the wisp and a very large
30.
asphodel.
What happened?
Hi.
I'm just looking
I
up
just
at
want to imagine your
Asphodel.
voice is really low. Hi.
I'm about to say, you're not investigating asphodel.
Yeah.
You are ovaries deep in some edible fungus.
Yeah.
You were hard looking at it. You have
Well,
no
yeah, but I
idea.
mean, I figure if Matt Asphodel just went, shwoop, I'd like turn around.
Yeah. Anyway, Edwin says, "Oh shit! What happened?" And
Shrooms.
A mushroom.
I guess.
She says, holding up two extremely small in her hands mushroom
Yeah.
They're
caps.
just mushroom paste.
It looks like she's holding white dots in the distance
I'm like,
Give me your 10-foot
that are maybe size
treat
past
you.
her fist. I mean, they look obscurely
Yeah.
small.
I take her to...
You don't know
Okay.
what she's holding.
I just
Yeah.
told-
I'm like,
We
okay.
could
She
switch
calls
the
them
bit.
friends.
all right.
Alright, so that's at the end of your dash.
Yep.
Okay, so we get back to the Wisp. It has been 7 rounds since our last troglodyte, or I guess not since our last troglodyte, but since we met the troglodytes. It's been 7 rounds so far. We get back to the Wisp. Are you ready to harvest some more?
Yeah.
Alright, so we go to the edible fungus table, which is on page 22 of Out of the Abyss.
Do I need to do a nature check?
Always.
Can I assist since I am nearby?
No, it's fine.
You lost your action.
That is a 25.
Alright, so we're back to the
But since I
D10s.
went last, this is a new round.
You have to use your action to do it.
Yeah, that is
Okay.
1, 2, 3,
Do I get a
4,
boom
5,
for that?
6, 7. I will actually... I'll go with you right now, okay?
Okay.
This is an action pointable
Okay.
thing that you could do.
Yeah.
If you wanted to spend an action point, you could give that aid.
An inspiration point?
From him.
Yeah.
He could spend an inspiration point on
Well, I don't have
An
any
NPC.
anymore, so.
No worries.
They're-
Alright, so
It's
go
another
ahead.
25, so.
Yeah, go ahead and roll that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So D6. Alright, I'm sorry, D8. 8 is a 7. It's a 3. 1, 2, 3.
Now pass me the rock.
This looks. I don't want to mess up too much here, but imagine a white or not white, a orange fluorescent light looking at the physical
Another
bulb.
fucking bulb. Okay.
Okay, but it's a matte fluorescent light, so instead of light being really bright, it's really subdued, and you can see a white core with just orange irradiation around it. I would say it looks kind of like a low density neon sign, maybe. Right?
Shoot here.
It is a lichen, so it's actually something that kind of tears off a little bit.
Yeah.
Dice.
And it's called fire lichen.
Ooh.
It grows in regions of geothermal heat and can be fermented into a hot, spicy paste,
Ooh.
which is added to soups and stews. This is a valuable trading resource with Dwergar, aka Deep Dwarves, as they enjoy it for their extremely hot and magical beverage. They just call it fiercely hot liquor.
I just put it's
For
sriracha.
fiercely hot liquor,
It's sriracha.
I mean, it's not just sriracha.
Don't
I
you
mean,
dare mention garlic ketchup here.
so to put it in perspective,
good.
I guess I should allow you to make a history check. You have a synergy roll you can make right now. Go ahead and make a history check.
Great.
Got this.
What
It's
is
a
that?
12 on the die.
That is a 24.
All right, you recall that anything
Sorry,
drink,
23, excuse
anything
me.
drink by Dwergar isn't just known for spicy, because they are blessed by Kosuth, the primordial of flame. They're giant kin. They are literally able to grow fire hair. So when I say fiercely hot liquor, I mean literal fire. It would cause a normal person's intestines to bubble and dissolve. This could be used as an alchemical weapon. In terms of your artificer-ness, you would love to meet a Dwergar brewmaster who could make that. That's like up there with making good poisons. That is a dope fucking poison.
Okay, give me it. How many? Let me roll a die for it.
Well, I roll that die. That's 10 fire. Woo! Golf clap for that max roll.
Oh, wait.
I have so
You
much
just coughed. I was going to give you a high five.
Is there any way I can help you? There's paper towels.
Just terrified. There you go.
Here, we can do rub elbows. We can rub weenuses.
Alright, rub
We
those
just rub it.
weenuses. Okay,
Yeah.
so...
Wait, I have
Still
boob
have
it.
your
After
Weenus
this
on
is a
weenus
break
action.
time, I have to put lotion on right now, or I'm gonna pick all my skin off.
What time are we at?
We are
We're actually
at
past
time.
our,
Oh, yeah, we're past, so we'll stop at the Wisp and we'll pick up with Asphodel.
Okay,
Is
well,
anyone
let
gonna
me
stick
make my
around?
move. 5,
Huh?
10, 15, 20, 25,
not cool.
30, 35.
Five.
Bonus action dash. 5, 10, 15,
Well,
20,
these are double.
25.
5, 10,
Okay.
15, 20, 30.
I have 35 feet of boob bit.
Well, 35. Alright, so the Wisp gets to the next grove and looks at it patiently, and we'll pick up with Asphodel on this next bit.
You're gonna be so big!
Edwin's gonna stick around, but I'm gonna go use the
Yep.
restroom and get a drink. We'll see you in 5 minutes
I'm gonna go
at
get some
7:53.
Cheetos. There's Lubriderm in the thing right
I
there.
don't need Lubriderm.
Doop-a-doop,
I need
doop,
redemption.
doop, doo, doo,
Okay,
doo.
well,
Doop-a-doop, doop, doop, doo, doo, doo.
don't let the record show I did try to help. Man, I look pale as fuck right now. Hey, Asphodel, you want an ass kicking today?
Whoa.
And your legs
okay.
up here.
Yeah.
Well, golly, guys, it's just you and me. Just hog bucket enthusiast and
Okay, my jeez.
Yeah, so I guess if you want to talk to me, you can.
Oh, this is a nice stretch though.
I'm moderately interesting, I promise.
I don't want to hurt. I don't want to hurt. I would let me come out my cheek.
I just sternum punch you and you just fly into Edward.
Rasmus bullying me off screen. Streamer being bullied.
Oh, good lord.
I'm gonna try to get on my lap and cough that while I'm downstairs. I hope so. They look like this.
Boop-a-doop-a-doo. So when you say they're a duo, are they both your character or the people you play with? Oh, sweet. Sometimes it gets really confusing playing two different characters. You kind of notice that. I don't know. It's maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just bad at it. But more power to you for doing that. If I could make Sylnestriel work with Edwin, I really wish I could. Yeah, it's fun doing that, but you do have to divvy up your XP, which can be kind of heart-wrenching sometimes. But on the other hand, you get to do a whole bunch of cool stuff. You can have the monk beat somebody up, and then the sorceress, Chuth walked in. And the sorceress, why are you throwing stuff at me? Why are you so mean? Asphodel's bullying everybody. Oh, okay. Well, she's a solid 2 out of 3.
66%.
Yep. Or 67, technically.
You haven't even seen my new tattoo?
I haven't. Yeah, always having backup is a really good thing whenever you do dungeon delves like this.
Tattoo.
Did you find the lubriderm my angle?
I did. I'm showing the
I
stream
only
my
see
tattoo.
like. I wish I could see it instead of just like your butt. Oh, that's cool.
Stream, I'll come show you mine.
It's tattoo time.
I don't have any tattoos, sorry. I
just
can
got
show
my first
you
one.
nothing else. Nothing interesting.
So, wow, I am very pale. Man. It says, bear in mind some vision of greatness. I don't know if you guys could, see that very well. It won't focus.
Okay.
I'm gonna be before we start.
I'm just sitting here having a time of my life.
Okay. This is my 7th. I think it's the 7th. But she's
Maybe.
Hold on, let me count all my tattoos. 7? Still question mark. But she's from my vampiric tarot.
Which is very fun.
She's not finished yet, but I fell asleep during the last 2 hours of the 6. She's slay. Also, get as many tattoos as you want. Life is too short. Or if you don't want any, don't get any, because life
Yeah.
is too short.
Yeah, also they're expensive.
But they're worth it. You wouldn't put cheap food in your body.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to underpay for a tattoo. That's how you get things like no regrets.
No regrets.
Or people drawing dicks on you. You okay, buddy?
Happiest of birthdays to Strawberry 777.
Woo!
I'd actually sing happy birthday, but I'm kind of tired and I don't want to. But the sentiment is there.
It's her birthday.
Like I said, I'm getting all the big ones out before we start streaming again.
A 2?
Not my giant box. I'm trying to decide if I want a blanket or not.
Is that a question?
Well, I don't know what I'm gonna get. Fucking hate what it is. Asphodel and I have coordinating blankets.
I wish I had a blanket.
Would you like one? I can go
No.
get if you
No.
want. Okay. We are in a blanket household.
This is a blanket household.
Do books, get bows. Happy birthday!
Yeah.
Happy
Apparently not.
birthday!
That's where I was last night.
They don't get bows, but they can throw stuff like they have bows.
That's
Whose
fun.
birthday?
Strawberry.
Strawberry
Strawberry
777.
777.
Oh, happy birthday, Strawberry 777. From us to you. Collective Happy Media.
Yes.
Okay, well, I believe that brings us
Asphodel.
to Asphodel. 1 second, I forgot I had a critical hit table off yonder.
Over yonder.
I'll take a quick drink of this as well. Could you hand me a Ricola, please?
A what?
A Ricola.
Ricola.
Now you're familiar.
Yeah.
Oh!
That was such a good throw!
Yeah, hit me around the crotch.
Désolé.
The,
The soul.
Diesel.
Alright, so
Alright.
he addressed what's happening again. Xanatar's out and having some fun. Okay, so we're still here in the Glitterham, and we've been discovering types of exotic fungus that grow here in the Underdark. We're still in the Stone Tooth, and we are still playing the Forge of Fury as we search for the lost blades of Durgeddon, Citadel and Foundry Master of Kundrakar, now the Stone Tooth, in the spine of the world in Faerun. Edwin has just joined the scene, and Asphodel has been affected by wild magic and has grown to 18 feet tall while holding some magical fungus. And the radiation in the air that is coming off of her now large body hints that she might be teleporting soon. The Wisp has just raced up stairs here in the Glitterham to get to the last outcropping of fungus by the Dwarven Sepulchres as Edwin just takes in the sight, which is an 80-foot tall palatial cavern covered in all different types of glowing exotic fungus. It's very interesting.
Yes.
Asphodel, it is your turn. You had a strong desire to eat one of these mushrooms not 6 seconds ago.
I now have a strong desire to find more rooms through Tremor Sense.
The last shrooms that are available are up here by the Wisp.
Ho, don't do it.
I would like to dash.
Ho, don't do it!
So because you are bigger than most of this, you cross everything as if it were normal, and you also move at a greater 10-foot gait, so 5, 10.
I don't want to be your friend
15.
anymore in real life. You're going to be unkind to me.
You're gonna have to, like, not so much climb it, but if you, like, hopped a little bit and grabbed, you could get him.
Can we... Is there just, like... I'm not understanding. It's just mushrooms?
It's not just mushrooms, it's types of possibly exotic fungus that only grows and exists in the Underdark.
I mean, I don't want to take it all. I just want to take some of it.
Well, what I can say...
Here,
let me...
No.
Hold on.
Alright.
Asphodel, you're gonna want to hear this, I promise. Trust me in the Xanatar. Stare into the Xanatar and hear what I have to say. Because of your height, I think it is only fair that you would be able to access portions of the wall that would not have been previously accessible, if not for your height. So let me allow you to discover this outcropping here.
I would also like to lift the wisp up so she doesn't have to make any athletics checks.
I'm not even making up words, so come over here.
Well, because of the Wisp's style, you have a feeling she wouldn't want to be held, but she will probably be able to use you as a Wilden staircase, and you'll barely feel a thing.
Okay, great.
She's so light and dainty and quick on her feet.
I'm not trying to start a war.
We feel you, so let's go ahead and get that nature check.
I have a +7.
Just imagine that, like, noise that small dogs with long toenails make on hard floors, and
So
that's
that's
the noise that
21.
the wisp makes.
Okay, so with the 21, we now need to determine if it's exotic or edible. Which one's which? Pac-Man or
Hold on.
Namco? It's sizzling from the magical energy. Alright, so which one? Pac-Man is
Whatever's good.
exotic. Alright, here we go. That's Namco, so we'll be going to the edible.
It might be some poison.
You want to use your lucky reroll?
The edible only once.
Alright, so Asphodel is
No,
used.
I don't.
You don't want a lucky?
No.
Okay, so
It's okay.
to the edible fungus area.
It might be some poison.
Go ahead and roll that D8, please.
Hey, Angle, I'll give you one of my fun.
Well, here
light bulbs.
I was thinking about it. I'm gonna place a few more. I'll do one here.
Can I get one?
Sure, Edwin.
Edwin can just go find his own.
Well, you have the ring of telekinesis, so you would just spot it because now you're kind of you wouldn't have noticed it
Yeah.
or considered it an option if it wasn't for Asphodel's height. So,
Right.
with your extremely high wisdom, I think it would only
Yeah.
be fair to say that your passive perception found these new outcroppings as well, even though they're higher up than you could reach.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put one. Well, I think it would be righteous to put one there,
Yeah.
and then let's go one right above the threshold. Okay, so or not on the threshold, just high up the wall.
8.
You got an 8 on that roll, so that means we go to our highest.
Nice. High five.
Good
Till
job.
5.
Oh god, no. Your brother's toes.
They're very sharp.
Let's stay in the Glitterham.
Yeah,
let's stay in the Glitterham.
I have to get my tetanus shot because of your brother's toes.
Super fair.
All right, so this is an extremely rare and lucrative type of fungus that Cherokee kind of informs you as you're seeing what it is. And she's kind of accessing your data bank and starts displaying, this is used by the Drow.
Hey, Cherokee, we talked about it. We don't use that language, do we?
It's offensive.
You feel her eye roll as she is the more wicked part of your brain.
We do not use that language, ma'am.
And so the Dark Elves use this to traipse their homes and temples since they don't have access to wood. It is a type of massive mushroom that can reach total height of 30 to 40 feet. It has large grain-like spores that are edible and nutritional, but it is also used to build everything. And, I would say it would be like if carbon fiber...
Were edible?
Oh, yeah, like the trees in fucking... Avatar. You're welcome,
Iris.
James Cameron. I liked it. I liked your tree idea. It's like that shit. That actually exists, and that's why Dark Elven weapons can be so magical and resilient.
I plaster it to myself and start growing it through my skin.
Not how it works, but you do harvest 6 pounds of it as it breaks off in a massive cluster.
I put it in my corona.
Oh, yeah, and just like carbon fiber, it's almost weightless.
Yeah, I put it in my corona.
So there's so much. You just got
Well, you can't put it in your corona.
I put it in my corona.
It's too big.
Not what we're talking about here. This is a building resource. Yeah, it's like it's carbon fiber if it were made from hemp. Like, pretty much. It's got the tensile strength of carbon fiber.
It's like the size of the
but a
table.
nutritional equivalent of oat bran. But anyway, that could be used to craft some extremely valuable things in the future.
Cool.
I could hold on to that if you want, little baba.
Well, Mama.
Big mama.
Big baba.
Extremely big mama.
mama.
So anyway, that is your action. I believe we're looking at movement.
Movement to the next thing.
Yeah, she's only moved 15 feet.
Moving to the next item.
I'm gonna cast a spell and grow fucking 10
5
feet.
So 20 feet.
Okay.
You don't have the ability to harvest this as of yet. And do you want to end your turn here?
I would like to blink, and doesn't that...
Edwin, would you do me a solid and pat on that pillow?
Yes.
Biscuit.
He's anxious because the book's in it.
Oh. Yeah, it's supposed to be his lay down place.
Yep.
There you go.
Good
Okay.
biscuit.
His name's Chuth.
It was a moment of distress, Chuth. I'm sorry I used
Yes.
your real name on camera.
Gonna make it through.
So anyway, we go to Edwin.
No,
Oh.
I blink.
Oh yeah, make your roll, please.
Doesn't that... Is that a spell?
Yeah, it's just ongoing.
Yeah.
You don't have to concentrate or anything.
No,
it just
but I mean,
happens.
is it?
No.
Would that
No,
be-
it's just
No, it's whenever you
time
first cast it.
casting, yeah.
I do not blink.
Just kidding, game.
Oh, is it 11 or higher?
Yeah.
No, we got a 5.
Yes! Sorry.
So no blinking yet. We then move to Edwin.
Alright, so I can harvest with the ring of telekinesis.
Telekinesis has the ability to pull stuff to you.
Yes.
Yeah, it would be pretty much you make the nature check and then
Yeah.
approximately just pull a cluster and then while it's en route.
Yeah. Okay.
So you're using your action to activate your ring of telekinesis. Do you see anything or does it just happen? Does it make
Just,
a sound?
Just kind of happens, and
Oh wait, I was supposed to do this for you. I'll do it for you.
dun 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 dun.
All right.
Ooh-wee,
15.
mama.
Needle scratches off the record, but I would
Yeah.
like to point out this is a 3 on the dot,
Yeah.
and it's still a salvageable number
Yeah.
at 15. That speaks testament to Edwin's wisdom.
Yeah. Or
So,
it's just intelligence.
or intelligence rather.
Yeah.
Smart as shit.
5, 10, 15. You harvest 5 of something. Which side is exotic? Pac-Man or
Pac-Man. It's gonna be Namco.
Namco is?
No, I said Pac-Man.
Okay,
but-
Pac-Man is exotic.
Yep.
So we go to... I forgot to give you a benchmark for your last harvest. I apologize.
And you didn't, my politically correct.
Go ahead and roll that D6, please.
Hey, we don't use the D word here. So, put a BM in.
I already gave
I
you
rolled a 2.
a BM for that RP. Cherokee would totally say that.
Yeah. So would Edwin, by the way.
You find
He was from a different
an
time.
edible fungus that looks somewhat like a human tongue.
What?
Yeah.
Purple and red, and slimy with mucus.
Yeah.
It is known as the Tongue of Madness.
Hmm.
A creature that
Can you guys see
ingests the Tongue of Madness must succeed on a DC 12 Constitution save throw, or compulsively speak aloud its every thought for the next hour.
Oh my god.
The effect can be ended with a lesser restoration spell or similar magic. And as someone who really loves beef tongue, it's my favorite meat in burritos or
Awesome.
tacos.
Okay,
I can
take a
speak to the
look.
testament that you could cook this tongue. And I mean, we have fungus
Yeah.
IRL out in Virginia that's supposed to mimic steak. I mean, it would taste good.
Yeah.
You fried that.
Yeah.
Maybe a little cumin, a little chili powder, salt, pepper, obvi.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
got
It's like bleeding. It looks like bleeding tooth fungus.
You got 5 tongue of madness.
Nice.
I'm just imagining what would happen if you tried to give the wisp that. Oh my god, it would be a
So you pulled that off over here.
nightmare.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So that was your action.
Yep.
Got any movement for me?
Hey, Edwin, I think you should go back towards that door over where you just pulled that fungus off, because there was some rumbling in the jungle.
Communication.
1, 2, 3, 4,
How's that spittle gonna get through there?
6. So I just go over there and I'm like,
All right. You finally see the threshold as the
Yeah.
80-foot tall chamber comes down to a clean 20 and moves forward with carved stone that is still marbled and I wouldn't say waxed, but kind of like a dusty granite floor. It's like, whoa, this is high craft right here.
Yeah.
The Glitterham starts.
I'm a
to pick up.
craftsman. Yeah, that's pretty damn good.
You shake your finger in approval.
I'm like just talking about the craftsmanship. Oh my god, the floor.
Have you guys seen this floor?
Wow. Yeah, it's very walkable, bruh.
So we move from Edwin over to the Wisp. Harvesting
5.
fungus, I presume.
Ted, you presume correctly.
Nature check, please.
Nature.
Say 4.
That is a 21.
21 puts you at a D8.
A date.
All right, so
Wait, I want to roll it.
called. I roll the quantity.
Oh, that's fair.
You roll the type.
Okay. Pac-Man.
Pac-Man is exotic. Namco tis. Go ahead and roll that D8, please.
Date. 6.
All right.
We haven't had any repeats. That's fun.
We have a 8 maximum, so you get 8 bulbous fungus that was growing in shallow spring jets and little pools, and it has the consistency of like kind of touching a sponge, but oh man, this is going to be tough to describe. I'm going to try. Imagine a raw sponge, like a sea sponge, okay?
Wet or dry?
In its natural environment, so
Okay,
wet.
so
So it grows on the
okay.
surface, though. So you know it's going to be a little bit buoyant, but it also really looks saturated. Here's the crazy part. This is elemental plane of water stuff. So it looks like the only thing holding it together is something equivalent to maybe plastic wrap. It's constantly like bubbling, but it doesn't just shatter or shear. When you get all 8 of these, it's like holding on to these celluloid shapes of water. But get this. Each one of them yield a gallon of drinkable water. Or you can shake it up and it's a nutritional supplement
Oh.
if you agitate its cellular structure. And it can be food instead.
I love that. Also, for the record, I want you to know.
It's called Water Orb.
Hey, Asphodel, do you want some of these water orbs? I'll swap you.
No, I do not need nutritional substance.
More water.
I'll do double communication roleplay.
Okay. I just thought that would feel. Okay. So I used what? 10 feet of movement?
That's correct.
15. Is this a downslope or an upslope?
Sheer face.
Okay. Could I make an acrobatics check to slippity slide down it?
Definitely athletics, though.
Why?
It's a drop.
Dosty!
You
Acrobatic.
did say that she could use a Wilden
Staircase.
You are no
You're
longer
not
there
anywhere
anymore.
near me now.
Well, I guess
lift my leg
in
out.
the interest of Cherokee being here and expressing these thoughts as Asphodel has them, Cherokee says, "I bet you could long jump to us, or if you don't feel comfortable doing that, I bet you could try to wall run to us with acrobatics."
Oh, I would fucking love to do that. It's wall run time.
All right, so give me an acrobatics check. We're trying to move a distance of 5, 10, 15, 20 feet, which means a DC 20 on a wall run acrobatics. Here goes the wisp. It's a 17 on the die.
That's
I
a
think she's got it.
25.
That was a high roll. Golf clap that. Like Jackie Chan.
I'm sorry, that was a 20 died, excuse me.
Like Jackie Chan, you run at an equivalent height on what would be even a American Ninja Warrior competitor's worst dream. You make it look like butter as you wall run 15 feet in the air for 20 straight feet and then jump onto Asphodel, and using her tasteful curvature in armor and abilities, you pretty much just kind of like butt bump her with the bottom of your ass on the top of her ass, and then gently slide to the ground.
Nice.
And I've moved 25 feet so far.
Nice. I'd like to offer her up one of the lights, one of the big 10-foot.
Pulling out a
guys.
10-foot fungus rod.
It's double my height, you guys. She's 5. I'm 5'3".
This is so Mary Poppins.
I would like to
Lookers.
pass one up.
Pour
and
one
say,
out for Yondu.
Aw.
Mary Poppins, y'all.
Swing low, sweet cherry heart.
Alright, so moving forward.
My reaction is I get scared and don't know what to do, so I slam it back.
Well, essentially all you would do is offer it for her to take it on her bonus action. Do you want to
Here you
leave
go,
it here?
honeybee.
Do you want to leave it here for her?
Do you want this angle?
What'd it do?
It lied.
No.
Alright.
Never mind. I put it back in my bag. Okay. I have a quick question.
Yeah.
If I climb onto Asphodel,
Okay.
can she walk with me? Like, can I just like monkey on her back a little
That
bit?
would require an athletics check, but yes.
Okay. We'll try it.
Oh wait, you've used your action. So we're stuck for now in terms of that. You've moved 25 feet thus far.
35, 10, or 35, sorry. 5,
Dash.
10,
The
15,
bonus action.
20, 25, 30, 35. I'd like to low 5 with Edwin. Wiggity, wiggity, wiggity.
Since you've already used your one sentence for this turn,
I just stand there like this.
I can't give
You
any more
can't wiggity with
XP, but
me?
I think it was tasteful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It was a tasteful wiggity.
That was a hard-earned turn. It was a hard-earned turn. So that being said, we move from the wisp to Asphodel. Jettison crossing the
Stomp,
rock and
stomp,
landing
stomp.
briefly to offer you some fungus you don't want. You now stand at the base of the last fungal outcrop.
Grab, reach, get.
Nature check, please.
+7.
And that's a
Wait,
war
hold on.
chest.
Damn.
Plus
That's
7 out of
a
19 is a 36.
I wish
War
everyone
chest
could roll
earning.
good.
Which means that'll be a
That's a
D10 on
D20s.
quantity. Let's go ahead and
Yeah.
determine whether or not it's from the edible table or from
Namco.
the exotic table. She's calling Namco, and it's Namco. So we're going to the exotic. Go ahead and roll a D6 for me, please.
Stick.
Give it dicks.
Honestly, nothing is funnier to me than how we just... That's a...
5.
Okay. This 2-foot-tall toadstool with orange and red stripes
Oh, he handsome.
across a beige cap
That's handsome.
is extremely handsome.
He's beige.
You know that if you touch it,
It'll make you handsome.
it will cause it to expel a 15-foot radius cloud of poisonous spores, and you'll likely have to succeed on a Constitution save throw or be poisoned.
We're immune to poison.
Okay, so you're not afraid of that. Give you a history BM. Can you let the audience know why you're immune to poison?
Because Edwin.
Yeah. Edwin made us these periops of poison.
Proof.
Yeah, something.
I guess we all forgot to talk about.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we're all immune to poison.
Everyone's got a
Yep.
next slot occupied. Well, oh yeah, we count Cape as the head slot. Everyone's got their next slot. Well, no, we can't count it.
It's,
Yeah, it's
I
it's
think
just
she's
one
wearing it
item.
around her wrist or something.
Yeah, it just says wondrous item,
it's
and it
just a
doesn't
stone.
take up a slot.
I think we did say it was occupying one of your arms.
I want to
'cause-
say we put it in my corona.
Well, we can't because it's a slot item. It can't occupy a slot
Is it a slot?
with, yeah, because she's got the.
Oh, yeah.
I
focus
just
up
keep
top.
putting things in my
I know, but
corona.
in order for that to apply,
Anyway.
I think you had told me you wanted it wrapped around your wrist, so you're wearing it, just not like everyone else.
Okay, I want to put it in my hair and grow it.
Make it grow into a beautiful rock
let me
flower.
finish telling you about it, please. In that, while you're poisoned this way, you're under the effect of the confusion spell for 1 minute, and they resolve concordantly. But anyway,
Wouldn't
it
we be able
happens.
to use
It
that
happens
offensively?
once at uprooting and once at destruction. So you can use
Start
them
throwing them.
to throw them.
Mm.
And it's a DC 14. Also, the name is the Devil's Mushroom.
Okay, so I speak.
It's LSD.
My eyes roll back into my head as I see visions of the Feywild,
Mm-hmm.
and
Well, this isn't in the Feywild. This is unknown to you.
I know, and I say Tatiana and the Great Green Lord.
The fuck is this?
How can I use this, my body, my construct, to grow this and defeat the Unseelie? And then I grow it.
So we won't be able to do that yet, but I definitely think that the next time we have maybe an hour of availability, you can get one of your slots in your head filled with this mushroom. I would say it would probably take as long as the tuning with the thing would have taken. So as long as you don't destroy them,
I secure them.
they don't have like a death equivalent. So I guess even if uprooted, they'll stay alive for quite a while. Weeks, months possibly, and just find root wherever.
Nice.
But it looks like you can definitely, quote unquote, destroy them.
Yeah. I imagine it's like a real world puffballs where if you like break it.
Well, no,
open-
this is a hard cap. So, I see what you're saying. Maybe the root structure is like a puffball, and then then there's the actual cap.
Yeah.
That could possibly. I feel you. Good call.
Yeah.
Okay, but anyway, that's what I want to do with my life.
Gotcha. So you got 3 of those. 3 devil's mushroom.
Nice. Sorry, I need to go plug this in. I'll be right back.
Boop.
It's not my turn for a minute.
Okay, so we resolved our action. There are no more fungal outcrops.
Okay, I will move to the team.
5, 10.
Clomp, clomp, clomp.
You are at the team.
I squat down to their
Could you put her
level.
stuff in her chin? Yeah.
I squat down to their level and I say, hello.
Cherokee reminds you that you should never bow to those smaller than you, and instead use your sending stone and establish dominance, as is your quid pro quo.
Hello!
Sending stone comes into play from Asphodel
So,
as she communicates.
I have things. Let's do some things so I can have an hour. To me, that makes sense, so you should understand it.
Oh yeah, clearly.
does making a movement count as my one sentence?
No.
Okay, I'd like to shock you. In accordance.
Is that it for you? You want to move forward?
I shall move forward while I can get down these steps.
15, 20,
Yeah.
25, 30.
Excuse me.
Oh, you won't be able to move the next bit. Well, I guess you'll be 1 step. And you'll need another one, but you're almost to the doors.
Blink.
Blink. This is 3 of 10. So we are finally above. Do you want to teleport somewhere?
I want to see the fungi in the ethereal plane.
So in the ethereal plane from your blink, there are no fungi down here, but these doors are enchanted. They bear the mark of Morden, the All-Father of the Dwarven Pantheon and the Master of the Forge. Something on the other side of this is happening because these seals have been very well kept up. You find salt traces at the bottom, magical chalk. You definitely sense more than one spell on this, and your mind immediately starts extrapolating everything from alarm to maybe arcane eye, magic mouth. Something is special about these doors, and so, action point.
What is the other action point?
Oh, I forgot to resolve that. I apologize. Alright, so that's the end of Asphodel's turn. We move to Edwin.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And as far up as I can get. So about here, I guess.
Okay. He starts moving down the staircase. Don't forget to tell everyone where you're moving. So he starts moving down the staircase, following
Using my
Asphodel's
one sentence,
trail.
even though it's staticky, because I'm coming from the ethereal. I'm like Will Byers. Door, spells, don't touch, please.
So everyone make a perception check on the receiving end of that. See if you can decipher that message. DC is set at 20.
Loud and clear.
Both got it.
Whoa!
Well, hold on.
Let's
Wisp
not
got an
put
18
that
on the
cart
roll.
before that horse.
Okay.
Oh no, I did. I succeeded a
All
perception
right,
check for the first time in my
2
life.
benchmarks and a golf clap.
Yay, we got good hearing.
All right. Sending Stone seems to hold up in your enchantment. Is well spent. Okay.
Hooray.
At the end of Edwin's turn, the Wisp, you start to hear, or I'm sorry, Wisp, make a wisdom-based save throw, please.
Dosty! Tabernacle. Dost. A wisdom save throw?
Mm-hmm.
Saucy, please. That's a 20. What's 8 plus 7? 6. 26.
Right. I needed you to beat a 21.
Just barely.
Something has just left water from somewhere, and you start to hear wet
Splishing.
feet coming up. You initially glance over your shoulder, and though you can't tell where something is because of certain abilities, you can hear the feet, and the hair on the back of your neck stands right the fuck up.
I'd like to use my one sentence.
Question,
Zenthal. Alright, so Asphodel's calling for the Xanatar.
Did my axe grow with me? Since it is a part of me?
Yep.
No, it is not a part of you. It stays as an item in a space that you define, but it does not alter. The wild magic is not that compensating. It's still fun.
Yeah.
It's easier for you to throw now, so I would say that your range is doubled on it, and you do large modifier damage. So,
So basically, multiply whatever.
oh
your
yeah,
weapon
I
dice
forgot
is
to
by
say,
2.
you, yeah, pretty much. Because of how big you are, your strength modifier is effectively doubled.
Okay.
Shit.
Content.
So
I would like to use my one sentence, please.
yeah.
There's some splashy fucks coming. I'm going to try real hard to get up to that door and solve that problem.
All right.
But there's some splishy fucks. I will take them.
I'll handle the door.
We'll work on it together, pal.
All right. So we move to the Wisp.
Here's what I'm going to do.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to very, very carefully set a trap with my alchemist's fire. So I'd like to smear it on the ground so that when it gets stepped on, it gets activated?
You cannot smear it on the ground and get it to activate. As soon as it when it oxygenates is where the combustion is. But you can, in your particular case, I know you have enough things.
I do.
To set up.
I'd like to jerry-rig something very quickly.
Well, not so much jerry-rig. There's a couple of different things you can do. And I would say, think Macaulay Culkin Home Alone here.
Yeah.
The easiest for you is probably going to be to set a tripwire. You know what I'm saying? You see me play Battlefield. It just means setting up one end to the other one. And your best guess is going to be based off of an investigation check right now. So you're searching for where to put the trap.
Okay. I'd like to do an investigation.
Well, I guess it would normally be perception, but in this case, because you're searching, you would say, I'm looking at X.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at this very small hallway that they will have to pass.
Or this pathway.
That is going to be a 20-1.
All right, so the information you gather extremely quickly is that on either side of you, there are pretty much sheer drops. So something like your... God damn it, what's the name of it? Something like
my mayo jug.
Your night lights.
Oh.
Something like your night light could be used to be placed on the ground. And because of its bright light emission, they not only would not be able to see you, if you're on the backside of a bright light, nobody can see.
I've got lighting.
But also, it would be really easy with, I don't know what kind of rope situation you got going on, but I know you have thieves' tools, so I know you have copper and wire, tin wire on hand, to just rig something around a very loose cork to where when they pull on the nightcap or touch the nightcap to turn it off, pop goes the weasel.
Nice. I would like to do that. I would also like to put some grease on, some mayo on the floor from my mayo jug, please.
Well,
I would love to put some mayo on the floor.
To do that along...
It would take a separate action.
It would take a separate action, but what I will say is we can roll for it, and if the roll doesn't happen, it's one of those things that your Hellbrain compensates for, and we'll just put an item down, and you'll have to spend your bonus action to pick it back up.
To pick up my mayo?
Like I count it as like unpacking. You're like, I'll need one of these, and need one of these. And if you roll right, I can definitely see how that would be built into your plan. But if you roll wrong, I could see you being like, okay, trap set, and then you turn around and go, oh, fuck, well, I gotta go now,
Yeah.
Just pick it up and roll.
Okay, solid. Alright, so what do I need to make these tools roll?
Yeah, right now, in order to set this particular trap, we are spending our action, and we're using a stealth roll.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
And I'll say, with the other two parts involved, we're also going to have 2 sleight of hands. Actually, let me do 1 sleight of hand, 1 history. Sleight of hand will be to rig the cork with the wire, and then the history will be to remember the alchemy jug.
Okay, so which one of those does my Thieves' Tools bonus add to?
All of them.
Oh, good. So, for the record, in case you're keeping track at home, that will be a plus 29 to my stealth roll, which I will make.
All right, so...
So that is, what's 13 plus 29?
42.
42.
All right.
42 for the stealth roll.
You pull out the nightcap and illuminate it. There is now hella bright light coming from this.
Nice.
Or I guess you wouldn't activate it yet.
Yeah, that's a last ditch.
It's out on the ground.
Yes. And
you are in shadow right now.
Yes, good.
Because you guys picked all the goddamn mushrooms.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. I'm going to now make my sleight of hand, which is plus 22.
Okay. 38.
38.
Special.
And now I'm going to make my...
Wrapping the wire around to the cork, you jostle it just so, and now to remember the alchemy jug.
Okay, so this is going to be a 21. Plus 21. 31.
21 plus 4 is...
Yeah,
25.
but I have a skill that...
oh, yeah. This
anything below a 10 is...
Automatically a 10.
Automatically a 10. So, 21.
Damn.
I'm ready to go. 5, 10.
So we were, well, I guess I should. I wasn't going to set the DC for the first two because your modifiers and rolls were so exceptionally well, but
50,
let me see if that
20,
qualifies real quick.
35, 30, 35.
Alright, you had to beat a 23.
What, I got a 21?
You got like a.
You have your
I thought you
headscarf.
said 31.
Oh, 31. Yes, a 31.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah, because you were saying it was 25.
yes.
Okay, so at a 23, it was beaten. And you also remember to pour out, I'm guessing, the oil? Or no, you have mayonnaise stocked in,
I have
right?
mayonnaise stocked in there right now, which is just as
So
greasy
to
as
something
oil.
like a reptile, it's just egg fat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's extremely enticing. So you pretty much bait it. And mayonnaise is also a colloid, so it's opaque over the alchemist's fire. It
Oh
doesn't
my
even look.
god.
But you've taken fungus, and so you activate it
put
as
a
you walk
hazard
away. Oh yeah, let me get a
token
hazard
here?
token here. Or a trap would be more
Perfect.
efficient. You light the night light and jostle off.
Right, so there's that's my movement. Now I'm
Okay.
using my bonus action to dash.
Okay.
5, 10, 15,
Just
20,
going down the
25,
staircase.
30. 30, so I'm halfway.
Well, hold
no,
on, you're
this.
not moving there enough.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
And then halfway up, but
And then halfway more.
yeah. Because I have 35 feet of movement.
So you're hopping on down. You catch back up to Asphodel and see the door for yourself. Brimming with excitement, we move from the Wisp to Asphodel.
I pop back into the plane and tell them everything that I saw. And then I go up the stairs.
Communication. Going back up.
5. Wait. Oh.
So
Oh, yes.
5, 10, 15, 20.
Can they see me through the light?
Yeah, you're 18 feet tall. They can see your face is illuminated from
Oh
underneath
my
like
god,
a
that
fucking
is a
flashlight.
nightmare.
You are Wizard of Oz right now.
Hello, boys.
You're a nightmare.
So you make an intimidation check at them?
I love it.
So we know what languages they speak. Do you
Do
remember
we?
what language they speak?
Troll.
Draconic.
Draconic.
No
Okay,
mish.
so are
That's
you
what
able
they
to
spoke
speak
last
Draconic?
Yeah.
Is Cherokee or you?
Cherokee.
Cherokie's able to speak Draconic? Yes. Okay, so make your intimidation check.
Little
at
teeny
them.
plus
tiny baby
5.
Cherokee.
Okay, a +5 intimidation. I'm also going to give you advantage.
Whoa.
So it's a 23, 28. 28 versus... Not going to go well for you. 13, 5, and 6.
Hooey
All of
mama.
them are frightened. But you engage the social encounter. Time to crack the book.
Oh boy. Great. I feel like we probably could have done some diplomacy, but instead I was just like, it's death time.
Hold on.
And I was just like, what's going on?
Oh my gosh, that looks so weird.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Ugh.
You are a terror, and I love you. Here, I'll give you some extra light.
No, look, my eyes look like they're glazed over. Look on the thing.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
Alright, so he comes up.
No, you took it away.
Alright, so he comes...
Let me see.
Just
Okay,
blinded
right here.
myself.
Alright, so... That's too much.
Yeah. We
Alright,
get it.
So he comes up and says, Goddess of unknown name, my name is Kargas, and I beg you for mercy.
Why do you deserve mercy?
Oh my god, this is about to be so stressful.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I'm like sweating now.
Everyone's just sitting there, like, looking at the door, and then he's just like, oh no.
Guys, this is so fun.
This is very fun.
Yeah.
Alright, he says, I come on behalf of my children. Oh wait, I forgot. I need a prop.
Oh boy.
Why are you putting pants on your head?
There we go.
You got pants on your head, boy.
That's pretty sick.
Oh, is that what he looked like?
Well, in terms of like the spikes and stuff.
Okay. You look very
You look
silly.
like a Toad from...
I do look like Toad.
Please, I come on behalf of my children. There are hatchlings here. You are more powerful than even our shaman. And though I do not speak for our gods, I can only say that what we can arbitrate is not worthy of your power. Please tell us what you want so that we may come to a peace.
What is your purpose here?
We seek to live.
Oh.
How?
We have carved this space from the orcs, for it is our lair now.
Do I have a sentence?
You'd be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
But she can hear because
45.
I'm large.
It doesn't have anything to do with it, just with audible distance. You're 5 feet too far away.
Damn it.
Or, I'm sorry,
sending
15
stone.
too far
I'm
away.
sending stone this whole
Sending
time.
stone does not pick up their response. So anyway,
Can I hear
Asphodel. No, neither.
this? With my super good wisdom.
You know there's talking, but you...
Okay,
I
I just
said
hear.
how.
Ooh.
How? How am I living?
How do you live?
In time of war for now. But we will take over the caverns from the orcs. They are not worthy, for we have been ordained to be keepers.
I will reckon with you. There are also people here who are worthy. Are you dumb?
Who? Who?
There are great adventurers that are from another time that will help you, but you must not slay them.
They kind of look around at one another.
And I throw a confusion mushroom.
Don't.
It's alright. You haven't
sentence.
used your
Don't do
action yet.
anything.
You wouldn't know her thought.
I know, it's just like,
Nor can
whatever
you
you're
see
thinking,
this.
don't. Just because of the interaction in town.
Not how
Last
that
time.
works, unfortunately.
It's like, you're talking, don't do anything stupid.
Did you send any of that over the sending stone?
God, no.
Okay, so yeah. I'll have to yellow card you, my friend.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
damn. I thought you were sending stone stuff.
No, he said I couldn't.
Oh, well, then never
It's
mind.
not that I said you couldn't, I just said it didn't pick up what they were saying.
Mm.
So you could if you wanted to. Is that what you wanted to?
No.
Okay,
you're
so
stone.
yes, you're throwing your mushroom. Are you throwing
Well,
both?
it was like a lob.
You have 3 attacks, so.
No, it was just like one.
Oh
I'm
wait,
just
no,
gonna,
you
like,
have 3 attacks. with
All
your
you
packed
bit
weapon.
so they don't see it coming from me.
You're throwing one.
Just bloop.
All right, so throwing one in the middle of them, about right here, would affect these 3 in its explosion.
Yes.
Is that ideal for you?
No, I want these to be more confused than the speaker.
Well, they're both. Oh, you want these guys to be more confused than
Yeah.
him? So you're throwing it to here?
Yeah.
All right, with your doubled strength, you are literally Uncle Rico from Napoleon Dynamite as you spot a distance that would normally be an incredibly far distance to throw a fucking mushroom. You're about to paint that dot. Okay, so Xanatar's down. Back in we go. You lob it, and they all need to make Constitution save throws.
And they're frightened, so doesn't that...
They are frightened, so they will have disadvantage, which is important for them because that's actually one of their better. They're going to be a DC 14, which means they need 10 or higher. 1's got it. 2's got it. 3's got it.
Damn.
The mushroom explodes, but the reptiles, even on a bad day, seem adequately equipped against poisons. So you've...
So you need to talk to me about what I just said.
Well, I've said all I can say. It's up to you. You just threw a mushroom. That's not a yes or a no. They just look confused. They don't understand what you mean. Words like adventurers seem to have gone over their head.
Have you been ordered to hunt down people in your caverns?
This look comes across his face, and I need you to make an insight check. DC, well, I guess... Yeah, DC 15. It's a 6 on the
Lucky.
die. Using lucky is the second one in this day. It's a 3.
Hooey baba.
You notice that he's displaying an emotion that is putting him more at a distance of what you're saying than getting him closer to it. But because you're kind of at a loss for what emotion he might be going through, you can't quite figure out how to say or get across your point. And you have some movement left, but otherwise that'll be the end. A very bright fungus covered in mayonnaise is at your feet.
My last words to you! Do not kill them, or I shall wreak havoc on you and your children.
Ooh.
Okay, so...
And then I sit down really fast, so it looks like I went away.
Okay, so you sit down. You are prone here. Is that so? That would be half your movement, which is all you have left.
But before I go, to prove what I mean, with that
Alright.
axe, and it shoots past him and
Okay,
strikes.
you have already used your action, unfortunately.
Okay,
You can-
I'm just telling you what happens in my head, and then you make it happen.
I get it. So you're sitting down. All right. That costs the rest of your movement. So we go to Edwin.
Alright. I guess since I don't hear all of this going on, I'm just gonna go back up to just go there.
So it looks about 25 feet as you get
Yep.
to the 40-foot tall doors.
I guess,
They're covered in religious iconography.
I would like to use an inspiration point to aid him.
All right,
All right.
so
I use...
That is my single
Knowledge,
inspiration point
religion?
because I hate them.
Oh my god. That would be a
he rolled a 2 on the die for
14 with advantage, correct?
Yes.
So 19.
So
Woo-woo.
19. It's not that hard to figure out. These are doors fashioned in the style of worshippers of Moradin. And it is covered with the typical tale of the Allfather in forging the gods and all of the Dwarven empires and his wife and his fellow Pantheon people, all represented in religious iconography. And you are just like, it's your Brontosaurus to Dr. Grant from Jurassic Park. You are hearing the Jurassic Park theme in your head
Awesome.
as you look at these incredibly beautiful doors. They have been enchanted with multiple protection spells, but you know dwarves, and there's likely some way to interact with this door and have it pass along a message or something, and it may even have a riddle.
Alright. So do I see any like inscriptions or anything? Or
I mean, yeah, something equivalent to like, I wouldn't say like press here to interact, but much
Yeah.
like seeing a toy from your nostalgic years.
Okay.
You're curious to just start pressing parts and see where the on switch is, and,
Okay,
and you're doing
so-
so without fear, pretty much.
Alright. So I guess
It's not cursed and it's well kept. I mean, this thing is polished.
Okay. Well cool. I guess-
Traces of holy water in the air and all. Yay.
So do I have any can I do anything with it right now? Or
You haven't spent your action on anything.
Alright, well I will use my action then.
Alright, he is interacting with the doors. As you go to open them, you try a couple of different things, and it took you a little while, and it's quite ingenious. You find a dwarven inscription that's kind of like a phonetic puzzle that you have to push a button on, that then gives you a small hammer that you then hit on a small forge, which actually activates as an internal bell. And all of a sudden, like something out of a fucking German telenovela, with
telenovela.
the whole thing starts off like one of those Dutch clocks that like rotates around and stuff, and all of the figures come to life and interact and activate as it as a bass bell, but rather than a loud chime, you just feel a each time you touch the hammer to the little anvil thing, but it's just so amplified. I mean, it's like Marty McFly on the guitar, amplified each time you do. You do it 3 times, you're like, that ought to be adequate. And then you just kind of stand back and wait to see what happens. And then sure enough, the door kind of shifts a little bit as you see one of the more life-size dwarf figures at the bottom, which maybe would look like gatekeepers with like an axe raised at the door, like actually starts to animate. And though it's not able to move off of the door, it does like turn to face you and lowers the axe. And says, "Aye, who calls on this forge today?"
Say my name and rank in the church.
Say my name, say my name.
Yep.
Why don't you say it while I put on this headband?
Wait, no, I just say my full title, which I have to read because it's so long.
I can't.
Oh, I am Dr. Morning Lord Edwin Arkwood, artisanal artisanal crafter. Artisanal carpenter, first class illusionist, initiate, and chaplain of the Anise.
In hearing that kind of title, he just kind of like is silent
But you
for a
can
little
call me
bit
Saint Arkwood.
while he kind of processes that bit of information, and then says, "Have you come for sale, or have you come to forge?"
Come for sale?
Aye. Our location is known to some. I don't know. I fucked up my accent real quick.
Yeah.
Wow, that was a lot.
Actually,
Forge.
yeah, I am here to forge.
God damn it.
You lost it?
Morden, damn it.
Lofty.
Or have you come to forge? Nah, I'll get back into it in a minute. I'll just keep going.
I've come to forge.
He then kind of goes back to his like regular form, and the doors slowly start to crease open.
This is the real Glitterham.
And standing on the other side is a dwarven warrior.
Oh, bless up. Okay.
Of maybe shield, or not maybe, but of shield dwarven descent that is currently in a very light and tactile kind of scout armor that carries a specific clan. Go ahead and make a history check.
Oh my god!
Do you want a different D20?
15.
That's all you needed. You recognize this from your time with Conrad Brawnanvil. That is the mark of Clan Battlehammer.
I know!
As the door opens, he says, "Apprentice Magnar at your service. It's nice to meet you, traveller. Let's have a look inside, shall we?"
Alright.
He has short-kept black hair that maybe one day will be salt and peppery, and a very square-cut jaw. He does not keep facial hair. He keeps it shaved, which is incredibly unusual. You've never known a dwarf that has shaved his face.
Yeah.
Or her face, right?
Into the wisp. You're within distance of seeing this. I need you to make an intelligence-based save throw.
Oh no! Okay. You're so smart. Yanked. Dolphy.
It says doe, which means crit fail.
Sans s'oublie.
You were watching the interaction, but because Edwin seems to be taller than the gentleman he's speaking to, you kind of thought Edwin was
This
just
is
talking to
terrible.
himself and haven't even realized that he's
I was
speaking
not
to
paying
anybody
attention,
yet.
which is pretty appropriate for
Yeah.
the wisp.
Asphodel hasn't returned. Has pretty much been heavy on your mind. And so Edwin.
Okay. I guess insight on him.
Insight on him.
Just my passive, because it's...
Your passive seems to be that he's a pretty true being and
Alright.
wants to take you further from here.
Alright. I guess my next question is he real? Like, is he a construct, or...
I'll let you make an intelligence-based save throw. In your time with Tanaka, you have learned to suspect everything.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's 25.
Alright, let's see.
And if it's a, like, Arcana-based thing, it's higher.
You've got it. You wouldn't have normally been able to see this, but in your time with Divinity, you have not known yourself to come into contact with any other illusionist initiates. And so you're getting the taste for illusion craft. And this is shoddy. I would say he looks like when people used to watch, or when people used to play people used to play like the Sega Genesis and be like, this looks so real!
Yeah.
Like the polygons and shit. Now people were blown away.
Yeah, so I just kind of like...
It looks very Tron, and you're like, oh my god, this is a low-grade illusion.
Yeah.
But it seems to have good mapping, though. And it's definitely following an operator. Because the traces you're picking up and noticing from it seems to be like a buffering effect. So it's a live feed.
Okay.
Yeah. You're seeing the live feed of an illusion.
Okay, so can I tell if there is, I guess, malicious intent behind this?
There is no malicious intent.
Okay.
Everything you
So it's just like a crappier version of Brand Solden's little UI.
Not everyone can do it like Brand Solden.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay.
Brand Solden would appreciate that.
Yeah.
Shout out Brand Solden.
Pour one out.
We got
He's not
Bear
bad.
Desk right here.
He's perfect. He's fine. He's great.
Chilling with hog buckets.
Yeah.
Well, actually,
The hog bucket
I'm
and
sure they're probably dealing with a lot.
Anyway,
yeah. I go in with him.
Okay, so Edwin is progressing.
I say with my one sentence. I open the door and I'm going in to forge.
Alright, Edwin's progressing with the illusion. And we're at our second intermission, I believe.
Yeah.
At 8:55.
child, I feed you.
Oh gosh.
Oh, you just hit shoot.
So, who's gonna stick around this time?
I will.
I'll stick around.
Alright, so
Y'all got any important questions to ask
I'm gonna
me?
go take a drink.
HW.
Take a drink.
We'll engage,
We'll engage with the community.
even though we have been accused of not engaging.
Honestly, you guys, I'm so... He's eating it on my blanket, Asphodel.
Oh
Asphodel!
Who could have foreseen this?
I never
Eating
knew
something.
this was gonna come. Give me some paws in my hand, not in my mouth. Thank you very much.
I also have some paws.
There's also some Cheetos Puffs downstairs.
Cool.
I want you to know, Asphodel, I went to a different store so that I could get you Cheetos Paws. Because that's the true and genuine, undying love that Asphodel and I have for each other.
Yeah,
Even though sometimes we want to throttle each other.
like, we don't look like
We're siblings.
we're siblings, and
She came on our family vacation.
multiple.
Multiple family vacations.
With different sides of the families. And yeah, I call her mom and her 2 out of 3 dads dad.
Got a lot of dads. Our parents like ask about her more than they ask about me, which is fine. When I call my mom, she'll be like, "What's Asphodel up to?" I'll be like, "Oh, this is what she's doing." Thank you
Like,
for not eating that on my blankie tooth.
I had to feed my dragon. We have sleepovers a lot.
We had a sleepover last night.
Yeah. So I have a king size bed, and you have a.
It's a queen.
Is it?
It might be a full. I don't really know.
Get that? Did you get that joke I made?
What? I don't really know.
I thought it was...
Somebody wants to see your tats. Y'all want to see mine also?
Which one? I have 7.
The new one, dingus.
Well, no, they can see my arm.
Oh yeah, that's true. You can't see her arm.
Yeah, before I start flashing y'all, you're gonna have to be more specific.
Which one?
Which one?
Oh, synapse.
Roll a d8.
-1.
-1. I don't know.
7s.
Or, yeah, I'm sorry, 8 to 7. Excuse me, let me rephrase.
Ouch.
Aren't there something you definitely cannot show on stream? No.
Yeah?
I'm thinking of...
Well, I mean, nothing is like that wouldn't be hidden. I could wear a bathing suit and show everyone.
Truth.
You're so cute.
Okay, they said, in general, I just got my first one and it was way less bad than I thought it was going to be. I will start us off with the tattoo reveals because I just got mine and mine is really small. And so then we can move up to Asphodel's fucking sleeve life. It says, I don't know if you guys can see it because it doesn't really, oh there you go. It says, bear in mind some vision of greatness. It's a nice little tat. It's a nice little reminder. Asphodel, you get up and show all yours.
My first tattoo was December 21st, 2010.
How old were you?
And then my life went to hell.
It was a month into my 18th year,
That's
and
fair.
I'd had a fifth of Southern Comfort.
Oh, Shoko, Jesus Christ.
I also would be stomach pumped by an EMT that my friend was dating at the time. Because my mother...
During your tat?
No, after.
Oh, fair.
Because I quote my mother when she said, "You're an adult now, call your own ambulance."
Damn. My mom just kind of like shook her head when I was like, "Mom, I need someone to pick me up." She's like, "No."
I come from a military nursing lawyer background, so it's just very... Okay, if I hit myself.
Please be careful.
Okay, so the first tattoos,
Here, you want me to help you? You want some support?
it's a map.
We can think about the coverage stream would get if we ended up on one of those epic fail streams.
Oh, that would be so funny. It's a map on both of her feet.
Of the world. The new one
Is.
is a vampire.
She's very fun. I like her a lot.
Let's see.
Oh, she's not gonna fall today.
Oh, no. If I made it through New Orleans,
God, we almost died in New Orleans, y'all.
I have some Scottish thistle.
She does.
I have some laurels.
She does. I really like your laurel. That's one of my faves,
I
honestly.
have some watercolor.
Yeah.
I have a mermaid sleeve.
Half sleeve. You can't see that on stream. There you go.
There's a glare! How does this work?
You have to move the opposite direction from the way that you think you need to.
And then...
Oh boy.
Burr.
She's got a Peter Pan.
Second star to the right and straight on till morning. And this is how the DM came into us stripping.
Nobody complain.
You missed my stream or my strip.
Damn, bro.
Yeah,
My bad.
But apparently we don't
I did it.
engage, so it's fine.
I did it for you.
We don't engage, so
I did
it's
it
fine.
for him.
We're not a very engaging crowd. I'm not bitter
Alright,
or salty. I'm
you
just
ready?
marinated.
Wisp, could you hand me another refill?
I could. You want to loot it?
No.
Maluden.
God. My little brother had some Ludens and he kept going, Maluden. And
Well, tell them what you were doing while you kept going.
Or, since we have 30 minutes left to play, or I'm sorry, 28 minutes left to play before Affirmation Station.
Yeah.
Affirmation Station's my favorite part, you guys.
Let's see how far we can get. Okay. So we've moved. On from the Glitterham as Edwin takes the hand of a new dwarven NPC, which seems to be a poor
PlayStation
quality illusion that is being live traced from somewhere else in this compound. But through the doors, Edwin continues deeper below the stone tooth. Asphodel is currently engaged in a large-scale deception effort against troglodytes led by their leader known as Kargos. And in an
My
effort
favorite
to
kind of
make
gossip.
peace, he has pleaded to Asphodel for not only the lives of himself and his brothers, but also the children that he claims are here.
Oh boy.
Asphodel has now hidden from sight as it is the Wisp's turn.
Oh boy. I would like to put my standing stone up and say, hey Asphodel, you good over there? Is everything cool?
Tee.
Okay.
Diplomacy
Oh,
is
no.
fun.
I would like to say, I would like to sigh very loudly over the sending stone. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Okay.
5 or 30, I guess.
Stay with me.
I'm focusing, and I would like to follow. Actually, I would like to ready an action. That's
Okay.
what I would like to do. So, can I? I would like to ready an action too. If anything comes past me, or if anything fucks with Asphodel, I'd like to go help.
Okay.
But can I also say if Asphodel comes back this way, that I'll go that way?
Interact with the door.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that a fair situation?
Sure thing. Alright, so we move from the Wisp to Asphodel. Oh, we forgot to move these guys at the end of the round.
We did. Go
So
get that sweet, sweet egg fat.
he moves forward as you've disappeared, trying to see what's going on. Sniffing the air, he's overwhelmed.
Oh boy.
Would I have blinked?
Oh, we forgot to roll for that. Let's find out.
Time.
Blink roll is 11 or higher. Alright, so now you're still there.
God.
The dog, the dragon made me do it.
The dragon.
Alright, so he kind of orders them up and they all start to encroach really slowly. Alright, so now we need to figure out at what DC this was constructed at. What was your roll on setting it up?
42, a 34, a 25.
So let's take the average of that.
Well, to be fair, the 25 was only for the
History.
to make sure that I
Well, I mean, yeah, it was
picked up the
a
thing.
huge
Okay,
part of the
so-
trap.
Oh, okay, fair.
42, 34, 25?
Yeah.
33.
Alright, I have to get a DC 33.
Technically, it's 33.6.
I
Okay.
would like to use my one sentence.
Alright.
Please stop.
That's my lunch.
I mean, he can't really see where that comes from, but they like get there for a minute. I'm gonna do an insight on.
Yes.
Oh, I guess
yes,
I need you to do your intimidation.
Yes.
My insight was not doing very
I have
well.
a +5.
I have a 4.
So I have a 14.
Well. He stops dead in his tracks and waits for some sort of instruction. His people stand there.
I really want to see this trap.
I know,
go off.
it's Emlyn. I'm gonna let it go off.
Oh, thank you.
But I need them to...
Asphodel, you've already used your one sentence this turn.
It only takes one person
I'll
to
give
deliver a message.
a yellow card to the Wisp.
I wasn't saying that as a I wasn't saying that as a
We're just having
character.
banter.
I was just really hype as a person.
Oh no, I feel ya. I'm just waiting for Asphodel to finish her turn.
Oh, sorry.
There are creatures as important as your children. One looks like the sunshine. Do you understand that? The other looks like a puff of smoke. The other looks like a tree. You must not do anything to hurt them, or I will murder you.
Alright, so this is rule of 3 time.
After
Alright.
you've watched me slaughter your children for your disobedience, for they are my children.
Jesus.
9. Your intimidation.
Lucky.
Alright, we're using our third and final lucky of the day. It was a 3 on the die. It's being cast again. 16. Makes that 21. Winning the rule of 3. They fly into an all-out, like, panic. Nobody knows what you're talking about. Each time you talk, it's getting more and more foreboding. So you hear him kind of give the order to the others that they need to immediately retreat back to the hatchlings and the shaman at once. Go into full lockdown, even talk about maybe moving. Like, this is a deal breaker.
I just want
They're
to see
out.
my trap.
They're not having it. Except for this front guy, he'll stay. He is like monk mode. He's not moving from like this spot until he gets like orders to do something else because he feels like compelled. But you watch all this kind of go down, and it's still your turn.
I just walk down the stairs and say, hey, what up?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
So those troglodyte fucks, ma'am. You not have to worry about them again. I shall not see you harmed.
Did my trap do some cool shit?
It did the most explosive explosion. I will paint it for you with
I
a
didn't
meteor
hear any
swarm.
I need you to make an insight check, and I need you to make a persuasion check.
That would just be deception. 'Cause it's
Oh, yeah.
lying.
It's deception.
It's a straight fucking lie.
Good
is
call,
what it is.
Edwin.
Yay.
Okay.
8,
24.
24 for the wisp on an
Plus
insight.
12.
Here we go. 30.
It was beautiful.
You couldn't tell if she was lying or telling the truth, but the way she paints it, with the eloquence and Cherokee replicating a little bit with the crystals, the pageantry is at least worth the effort.
Okay.
So even if she is full of shit, she cares.
Am
Okay.
I still in earshot of them, or am I in the forge? Or am I on the other side of the door?
I would consider you guys moving continuously, so you're
Okay.
like enough ahead of them
So-
that you're making distance, but yes, you can still hear everything.
Okay, so I just know that she was lying, and I'm like,
That's true friendship.
yeah.
I mean, you don't
just
note
like-
that she's lying. You're still like, I bet the wisp bought that, or something like
Well,
that.
no, my passive's 33.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
So-
That's why you're like, that's not real, but I bet
Yeah.
the wisp bought that. You see it as a beautiful
Yeah.
thing, too.
Yeah, I'm just like,
True friends.
well, that's sweet.
Let's continue.
So,
Alright.
we go to,
Do I blink?
oh yeah, we'll
The
see.
forge?
Nope.
Shoot
Okay,
out.
so, these guys take off.
They say goodbye.
You say goodbye.
I really
And-
want him to.
He touches it.
I feel bad that I'm like.
Nat 20, make it like a Wile E. Coyote moment, where like he's the Roadrunner, please.
I have to get a critical.
Please.
There's nothing I can
Please
do.
crit.
I have to get a critical. I do spend my action to go invisible. Damn. It's a 21, but
I am so excited about this.
an explosion of epic proportions rocks the Glitterham.
Holy shit.
Dexterity save throw. Here I go. I recover the mayonnaise, turn off the fungus, and uncork the alchemist fire. My dexterity save throw is 9.
Alright, so I get to roll on the critical table for damage,
Okay.
for poison. That's a 5.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. When you were saying that, I was just kind of looking at you.
Was turning invisible a spell?
No. It's my racial ability.
Damn.
I'm so excited that I got to see this trap, even if I didn't get to see it in person.
Tarnation. I'm missing something.
Where's your crit hit? Table. Du table
Now you're gonna know that I lied.
Gotta speak some Cormarian for everyone. What a... Uh-oh. What a Sir Istival, am I right?
Everyone's gonna know that I lied.
I think you guys like Sir Istival. He was huge fans of you guys.
I don't
You guys just had
remember.
to show up and he was like, hey,
Good job,
I
y'all.
like what you do.
Damn.
Surstable was the easiest to please.
That's true.
Voting record, solid. Solid
Yeah.
pro.
Just all good.
Alright, so you rolled a what on that poison?
A 5.
A 5 is max dam.
Alright, what's 12? D6? 12 times 6 is 72.
Yep.
Plus 4, so 80
70.
damage.
76?
Yeah, it would be 76.
Oh, 76. I don't know how to...
76 fire damage?
Yeah.
Ow. Ow, that hurt.
Does he go into system shock?
He does not. I am actually resistant to fire. So, I have...
Oh, but I get to do double damage.
You roll the...
He failed his dex save though, did he?
I did, yeah.
Okay, so 24 d6. So he would take that 80.
Oh, he would take
He
that.
would take that 76, I mean.
Alright, well, the fire goes off and affects all around him. He is damaged, but he is definitely not dead. With the rule of 3 already established by Asphodel, he now has a literal fear of God. Because he has no concept that was alchemist fire. He touched fungus he's probably been interacting with his entire life.
And it just
exploded from a mysterious 18-foot tall voice. Yeah, he's not gonna stick around. That was it for me. I'm good.
Do we get XP for solving that?
I will. So that's 1, 2,
Was that
3,
diplomacy?
4.
That was sort of diplomacy.
That's shotgun diplomacy.
It still counts.
But yeah, you were right. I do need to make a system shock. I'm sorry.
I kind of hope he makes it now so that he can go home and be like,
Unfortunately,
this
you
fucking
have
god.
Or I'm sorry, not unfortunately. We've got a race. So the way we are doing this, if you have a player's
I don't have a
handbook at your
punch book.
disposal, go ahead and look up
Mercy.
system shock.
I get 1 point for giving her the book.
Do I get 1 point for showing up?
No,
Yeah.
I put on pants for this.
I'm proud of you.
Where?
As did I.
I didn't.
It's not on. It's not in the thing.
Yeah, I don't see it in here.
System shock.
I think
It's
that
not.
might be DMG.
A Dumga. I have a Dumga.
Yeah, I'm looking right here. And
I haven't even touched any dice yet today.
You have.
I mean, I haven't touched any damage dice. Let me rephrase.
Also.
It's 273.
No, that's not to eat. No, that's a shell.
It's a,
Okay.
It's Chief Boy.
So do you make a D10 roll or do I?
I do.
Okay, make a D10 roll.
6.
The creature can't take reactions and has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks until the end of its next turn.
Ow. So, I'm limping off hard. I'm messed up in the head. This was a traumatic experience for Kargos. So, Kargos is going to go be with his family for a little bit.
I'm
and he's gonna
evaluate
start-
what I've done.
He's gonna start worshipping fucking
Yeah.
Asphodel's spooky face.
Do the troglodyte
They have no
worship
idea
me?
what you were. They saw your head and crystals and
Right.
voice
And then
for
exploded.
6 seconds.
Yeah.
And then
And
exploded.
then fungus exploded. I don't know that they worship anybody, but they are definitely freaked the fuck out.
Nice.
I mean, how many of them have died so far? 6?
Yeah, well, to be fair,
The
4
body
of them,
count.
4 of them didn't leave anything behind, so
4 of them started it.
there's
So-
dust on the floor.
One of them finished it.
They take off, and we're going to need to flip the map as everyone's
Ugh.
able to proceed onward.
The cord.
The dragon is angry.
Do you need to go outside?
He
Shoe?
needs to be pat up on the pillow.
The book has to move. Hey, go
Come
get
on,
in your bed.
Truth, come on.
Go get in your lair.
We're doing.
Go get in your lair.
There you go.
Good choose.
I really want to throw something at you right now. And
Asphodel.
because I love you, I didn't.
That's a
Thank you.
good call.
I would have bursted into tears if
I
I
know.
know how to deal with crying the wisp on stream. Because the wisp in real life is a fucking baby.
All right, so
That's me.
we'll have it more filled out.
Baby.
Here's where we're at so far.
Ooh.
All right, so everyone put your pieces right here. Edwin, you have
Mercy.
1 round to move. No, right here. Literally on this
I see.
staircase. Okay. You'll be behind, so Edwin. Oh, yeah. Edwin, you'll get to move.
Okay.
for this one round before them. I'm going to go ahead and lay that PC token. I don't know where he went, actually, so I'm just going to grab him.
He's God.
Yeah.
Oh, he's over there.
Oh, he's here.
Alright, so I guess 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Yeah, hold on. I got to get to
Or-
the page.
Okay.
You got to get to the page, bro.
Damn! We'll figure it out.
Y'all, that was a really good trap. I'm real proud of myself for that.
Can we golf clap?
That's gonna be my affirmation station.
Alright, so as you walk down this hall, his script is, Dargaden's followers lived and worked in a series of carved halls in chambers beyond the Glitterham. Most of this part of the complex was thoroughly ransacked when the Dwarven citadel fell. Unlike the mountain door of the Glitterham, which offer exits to the surface world, the foundry isn't readily accessible. The area isn't abandoned, though. Undead horrors have been known to wait in its darkest recesses. Our dwarven crafted traps still work perfectly well to keep us defended in their age. Small number of Dwergar have come here to breathe life into Dargaden's old forges and to decipher the secrets of the Master Smith's work. The stairs end at the entrance to an octagonal chamber. The floor is inlaid with cracked, dusty blue tiles, and the walls are dressed with polished marble. Large doors of iron-bound oak exit to the northwest and northeast. 3 cast bronze statues, almost 10 feet tall, depicted here with these octagons. 10 feet tall, stand by the west, north, and east walls. Each depicts an armed dwarf. I'm allowed to show this picture to you now.
Nice. Let me see him. Oh, very fancy.
Do I recognize him?
Show the street.
In this case, it looks to be a her.
Oh.
Bearded her.
Yeah.
Non-bearded.
Dwarf ladies have
Yeah.
beards sometimes.
Sometimes. Not this time.
Anyway, the center statue is armed with 2 axes. The ceiling rises in a dome almost 30 feet above the floor. From somewhere in the distance, you can hear the faint ringing of a hammer on anvil.
Woo!
Right, and you guys kind of arrive up in here.
Yeah.
Up in
Alright,
here.
if you're really meant to forge, this is the point I must leave you. If you're able to travel from here on, I'll meet you on the other side. Otherwise, it was well met, friend. And if not able to gain access this time, well, give it a year. We'll welcome you back then. If you're still found on these grounds, within a day, sorry, we're still the axe with you. And saying that, he disappears. Kind of like Mega Man, he like puts his hand down and like fades and strips. Yeah.
Or you.
Yeah.
Okay. He doesn't die.
He disperses.
Yeah. Alright.
So you got a turn in here.
Alright,
There are action points aplenty. You name it. That floor I described, the statues, I'm just going to put 1 action point and then use it multiple times. I'll say there are roughly 5, and then if we get through enough of them.
I'm doing Old Man Edwin's. Oh, look at this craftsmanship!
So you're studying a statue?
Yeah, so 21.
You son of a bitch.
Don't actually touch me, but nice. I just don't want you to get sick.
I appreciate that.
To the northeast and the northwest seem to be false doors that open onto a blank stone. You think that maybe either door releases a catch and causes the axe-wielding hands of the 2 closest statues to drop. They are still sharpened blades and you're standing right in the middle of them. You don't move your hands as you're studying purely visually what to do. Alright. You think, however, that there might be something around to help you identify further. So go ahead and make a survival check.
Okay.
If you will. That'd be DC 15.
19.
Woo-woo!
Alright.
Untrained.
Oh, we are.
Trained.
Yeah.
There are small scorings on the floor that have been left by earlier axe strokes. They seem to come from right, or to your right, letting you know which one is actually going to try to attack you.
Okay.
And now you have an investigation check I need you to make.
Alright. Also untrained.
Very
Is that
untrained.
a crit fail?
That is. But that's a 7 if it matters.
It don't.
Yeah.
Okay, so I
Must
need
be
you
nice to have lucky.
need you to make a dexterity save throw DC 20. Ooh.
Oh my god.
Sounds like you've already tabernacle. Do you
Yeah.
want a different D20?
Like, seriously, that's
Here.
fucking ridiculous, but I mean...
You need to put your dice in dice jail.
Yeah.
Try that, little pupper.
So we're going to the crit table for slashing damage.
Cool. Does it go against my AC at all?
No.
Then, why?
It's a trap.
Wouldn't it have to go
It's a
through my
trap.
armor to get me?
No. Much
It's a-
like she didn't have to make an attack roll.
Stupid.
Normal damage.
Oh, yay!
It seems as though Lathander feels
Yeah.
your pain and distress on the dice
Just
suit.
anger.
And he's like, hey, I got you, fam, on that.
Never
on
mind.
that
This
twist
guy's
of
a
fate.
real asshole. I'm giving you a different D20.
Yeah. I mean, statistically speaking.
Listen, you do you, but there's a whole bag of dice right
I
there.
appreciate it. I'm just gonna have a...
21,
Sans board.
31,
Merci.
38 slashing damage. The axes fall to the floor, and with that, the trap has been effectively disarmed as you take the brunt of that damage. But with the trap disabled, you now are more pissed off than ever.
Yeah.
And it's possible that the statue could just be moved or something in order to get to whatever door might be needed to pass through.
You know who's real strong?
But you're halfway just tempted to destroy it. Blow a hole. But anyway, it is still your turn.
Okay. Ring of How much does it weigh?
Ton. Oh, ton. Oh, wait, they're bronze castings? Never mind. I'll go 300 pounds.
Cool. Ring of Telekinesis to just, like, scoot it.
As you attempt to scoot it in a direction towards you or away from you, you notice that it goes like many of the other things, it goes up as it kind of retracts from under up into the ceiling, and the statue folds with it, opens garage door style up into it, and a hallway lays before. You've discovered the...
I spit blood just because it's in my mouth and I'm like...
Two gaping wounds on his chest.
Does he get a BM?
He does, and that's the second war chest. Woo! Right, Edwin, you've got, I think, 10 feet of movement left.
Alright.
Start to go down to the next chamber. Alright, we then move to Asphodel.
Trimmersons.
Com-based trap detection.
Edwin is moving ahead of you and just took some sort of heavy object. It sounded like he dropped something because, I mean, you would have... a blade in a marble floor. Imagine that sound. Grainy, heavy.
Yeah.
I mean, something nuts just happened up ahead, and it definitely sounded like it hit flesh.
Yeah.
I must protect. Boom, 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 run.
Alright. 5, 10, 15, 20. A series of statues seem to be all around that are dwarven, but Edwin seems to have moved his way through one of these walls and entered into a lit chamber ahead.
I am agile and swift.
I guess.
25, 30, 35. Perfect timing for the song. Alright, you see this enormous hall is lined with 10 great pillars carved into the forms of giants and dragons. These support the vaulted ceiling high above. Guttering orange torches set in sconces along the walls illuminate the room, and a mighty throne sits on a dais at the opposite end. The walls were once covered with tile mosaics, but but they have been smashed and defiled by graffiti.
Get up there.
Tiny fragments of the tile floor now litter everywhere, and you can see 5 other exits from this room. A small fire smolders on the floor before the dais, where 6 sleeping pallets lie empty, surrounded by packs and supplies.
Oh no.
The sound of hammers ringing on iron comes from beyond the doors to the south. Suddenly, a harsh voice calls out from the shadows, saying, go back the way you came. And then just kind of like, haha, nah, I'm just joshing with you. And appearing before you is that same dwarf from before,
Yeah.
but this time he's real. As he comes up and says, "You're a lot taller than I saw through my projection. It's well met, lass. Thing.
Lass.
Goddess.
I will help you restore your temple.
I need you to make an intelligence check with advantage." Cherokee goes, "Hey, wait a minute. We know him."
I know you.
I want for
We've
the
met.
record when you said Magderclan
Bagner.
Jesus. When you said his name, my brain was like,
I have
Buddy
a plus
the elf.
0.
I know him.
I have a plus 0.
All right. So you gotta.
Oh boy.
We had to beat a 5.
I won.
All right.
Woo-wee.
He's one of the. Though he was much older and had prosthetic limbs when you last saw him, this is one of the 2 priests that took over the child hostages rescued from the Naratar infiltration when you defeated Farbleck Spattergoo and defeated Drawmore Borncray. The Unseelie agent that contacted the Blights.
Oh, yes. I remember that day like it was yesterday.
He helped you get there and discover it, and even helped you find a waypoint with which you guys were able to attack from. You spent time with him on the field of reconnaissance and battle, but he wasn't ever this young. This is maybe him at 40 years old, you estimate? He was easily over 200 last time you saw him.
How are you here?
Here on apprenticeship. My cousin Bruno is getting doors together soon. We'll be taking back the halls of the great kings.
I turn around to the wisp. It's a baby Magner!
I can't hear you. I mean, if you use your sending spell.
No, with her voice projection, if she yells at you.
Why couldn't I have heard earlier?
She wasn't yelling at you.
She was using her...
She was speaking
Big old
normally to people
voice.
15 feet away from her.
Nice, I say, supportively.
Echoes through the halls.
Nice.
I don't understand.
We're from your future.
Alright, so in this particular case, you have a range of options via your race that you could use to convey this to him. Do you want to use one of those racial abilities?
Yes.
So I think Fate Presence
Yes.
would be the easiest way to impart this, since it's a short rest. Alright, so you're using Fate Presence on young Magner?
Mm-hmm.
This is... I actually kind of have a shot at this. I have to beat a 25 now, is that correct? Your spell save DC?
Mm-hmm.
Aw, 23.
So close.
Damn.
Let's wave to him. Hi, Magner.
Hello.
Love
Sorry,
ya.
brother.
I'm
Doing
just kind
great.
of waving at this point.
He's
You're
on the
doing great.
wall. So Magner is unable to defend against...
Did you make one of us mods? There's a troll in the dungeon.
Oh, what's happening?
C'est un troll in the dungeon.
And I thought I had. Isn't...
Not me. Or maybe I am, but I can't do it unless it's from the computer.
What do we do with it? Whom?
No, that one. Yep.
This yellow?
Yeah.
He's a real charmer.
Super cute.
What does this say?
That says bad.
What does this say?
Time out.
Time out or ban?
Bad. I don't want to fuck with it.
Yeah, he's ruining my night.
Bye, pal.
Fuck off!
See ya.
Alright, so, moving on. you convey to Magner all of the imagery that you have of Magner in the future, and you do it with such eloquence through, imparting this memory on him. He is moved to tears. And you already knew him to be a really kind, kind of like fatherly figure that was really good about expressing emotion and stuff. And so, rather than hugging you, he moves to do what dwarves would in their culture, in which he bends the knee and offers to kiss the rings on your hand.
Oh, no.
If you truly help me save those children, and I am happy with a woman half as beautiful as Moira, I'll take that future in a heartbeat.
I want to give him a boon to help him in life.
He offers to kiss your hand.
Okay, but I give
Tears streaming.
Okay, I give him a boon. I just want to give him something.
All right, he kisses.
I just take to make him no, this is real. I give him a black pearl.
He doesn't know what to do with the gem this valuable as you kind of
the truth.
hand it to him. He's definitely having one of those no, I can't accept this, and he initially tries to refuse, but you get the sense that Cherokee, she kind of whispers deep in your ear. He's refusing out of kindness. You need to tell him to make something with it. That's all these people understand.
Make something with it. Show me in the future. I will be proud of you.
He just looks dumbfounded and is it would be my honor. Let me take you to meet them. And from there, we are at our close mark, so we'll pick up with Edwin.
I'm so emotional.
And we join here again.
You guys.
If you're emotional with that,
that's my affirmation station.
I'm very much tearing up.
Just wait for 5 acts from now.
Why
5
did I
chapters
get a turn?
from now. You did. She went after you.
Then why am I still up here?
I think we just kind of got excited.
I mean, that's fine, but for the record, I get a turn.
I mean, we can put you up here.
Okay, but yes, that's
So
fine.
wait, do I recognize Magner? Because I watched him die.
Oh no!
With more. Remember Xanatar showdown? When we were fighting the gym guard? And that.
This is a different ghost!
Oh, he didn't die.
Yeah. Thought
They met him after that.
Oh. Well then, never mind.
Oh,
It was heavily implied.
Yeah, you're like,
Oh,
he didn't. Or
yeah.
I mean, at least when they met him, that lets you know that he's not
Oh,
dead. He knows him from something totally
Oh
different.
my god, I'm
Yeah.
gonna cry.
But now that it's back, you're like, but he also looks younger than the version of Magner that you played with. I was 135 when I was doing the beer league. He's literally 40 years old, so he's still a kid.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, I'm just in case.
So I thought I saw you die. Never mind.
So that you guys understand why I just reacted so aggressively. Moira was my very first character way back in the day. I would never play her again, but I wouldn't. She's fucking lawful good, and I don't have time for that. I like to kill.
You just give me one moment, and then we can go to this.
Okay, that's fine.
This is the new portion of our show where rather than doing catch-up episodes, we are going to Affirmation Station. Yay! We're each going to say our favorite memory of either an action we did or something that someone else did that occurred tonight that allowed us to experience the greatest zenith in this game. We had a lot of twists and turns. We banned a troll from chat. We we met an old friend in a much younger and distorted time, learning some backstory of Magner. And we've also set some incredible traps and done some pretty beguiling things with our time here. So there's lots of stuff to choose from. So join us in complimenting. If you want to throw out...
Wouldn't my Fey Presence have cued a spell surge?
No. Your Fey Presence is an ability.
Spell-like ability.
This is the shittiest.
I mean, start
can I
casting
retroactively heal myself?
You just want to heal now?
Yeah.
You don't have to roll anything.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but... Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
we just want the spell table to go off.
All right.
It
Oh,
would
you
go
want
off.
one more spell
Yes.
table?
Yes, I want a
Okay.
spell table very bad.
Before we go
Lord.
to Affirmation Station, let's see one more thing that happens.
Hell yeah.
Spell tell.
52.
52 says,
I
a
really-
spectral shield hovers near you for the next minute, granting you a +2 bonus to AC and an immunity to magic missile.
Okay, honestly, I don't
I can
hate
already do
the
that.
I don't hate the wild magic.
Yeah,
series.
that's really fun.
Yeah.
Like, I think the longer that we're in the Underdark, it would make sense to
Yeah.
Well,
continue to do.
where you guys are going next, I can tell you we're actually going to need these, so keep them
Oh,
handy,
good.
please.
All right.
Yeah, this is our last experience in Faerun for a while. we're going places. But this is really cool because down in the Underdark right now with Out of the Abyss, the whole premise of Out of the Abyss is that demon lords are loose. So the Underdark version, the shadowy version of wild magic occurs called the Phaedrus, and it's these, like, incarnate. Sabin the Wizard, or Sabin the Blood Wizard,
Yeah.
just
Hot boy.
harvested
Hot boys.
a quartz that looks like glass that when it shatters is a flashbang, just a bright
Shit.
light.
I want 75 of those.
Yeah, he harvested
I
like
want
12.
75 of those.
Get 63 more.
Sabin,
Yeah,
if you're
good things.
listening, please.
I mean, he's still down here with you guys. He could potentially just find out where you guys are and be like, hey, do you guys want to go to a really fucked up world and track down my friends wherever they might be? I doubt that's the case, but anything's possible. So, anyway, moving on
Affirmation
to
Station.
Affirmation Station. You heal your health back. Congratulations. I'll go ahead and start, and I think my favorite thing tonight was definitely the land race for the fungus. Being able to DM multiple campaigns and seeing and expanding this world. I mean, I hope you guys understand, like, I love this world, and I'm always going to try and find things to make this interesting, and the fact that you guys are willing to learn it with me, it makes me feel really special. So, thank you guys for going after my fungus.
No problem, buddy.
I fudged the lines 3 times on those rolls because I wanted to see all the different
Yeah.
types.
Well, I was an
She
artisanal
was like,
crap
oh,
hunter.
there's no repeats, and I was like, there have been repeats already.
Okay, well, let my heart live.
Who wants to go next?
My heart.
Do you want to go next or do you want me to go next?
I thought it was gonna be when I became a troglodyte goddess. But it was really the moment that we met Baby.
Oh, and he was so excited.
And then you cried about it, and then it made it even more endearing. And that was probably my favorite because I really like when you get emotional, but also
Every day.
okay, but like realistically emotional, not just emotional, but like
At me, but fair.
with purpose. So
That's fair.
it was just like a moment of me like, I love that Astela has no idea what she's doing, and it was like seeing a dog, like a puppy, and she didn't know what to do, and so she gave it her favorite crystal,
Oh.
and like self-flubbed all the social necessities.
Yeah, I showed him his future where he's got missing limbs and
Yeah, but he has
200
true
children.
love.
They're
Yeah.
raising 100 children.
True love. You don't raise that many children with anybody unless you fucking love them.
She loves his little peg leg,
I'm
and
gonna cry.
that'd be a lesson.
also I got to say, there's a troll in the dungeon!
If you
You
play
did.
a session
Yeah.
under Tanaka, you forge bonds for life.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm so emotional, you guys. Holy. I'll go next. Can I do
Alright.
multiple? Y'all know I love affirmations.
Sure, I don't see why not. I hope the audience will enjoy it.
Hope y'all like to hear me
Hell
yell
yeah.
about how excited I am.
Also, that the mayonnaise was enticing to the reptiles.
Okay, so first of all, I want to piggyback off yours because Somara was my first ever character, and it just makes me so happy whenever I hear about her because she's always doing okay. She's doing fine. And like to hear that her and Magna are like in love and raising
100 children.
so many dumb children that we saved.
Dumb
We saved
children.
them. They're dumb. All children are dumb, and I love them all. We saved those children that they're now raising. And, oh, I'm just so emotional about it. Oh, man. I'm glad that you guys got to see me cry on stream for something positive as opposed to last time when I cried because I almost died. another fun thing was seeing Emma just be like, fuck it, move him. Not today. Not today, Satan. And then watching the way that you handled that interaction with the troglodytes was like, A, very stressful, Asphodel, but B, like, very exciting too, to be like, what's gonna happen?
I didn't even know what was going on myself.
And then getting to see that trap, like, I love traps. I love, like, that's why I became a rogue. And, like, getting to see a trap go off that, like, is absurd and ridiculous makes my heart so happy. And I got to use the mayo jug for the first time, so...
Well, it also shows the importance. A lot of new players say, you know, do I really need to write all this inventory down?
Yes.
Do I really need to do this stuff? And it is. It opens up a lot of possibilities.
You
Any
super
dungeon
do.
master in their right mind should always figure out how to help you, like, say yes.
Yes, I am. Alright, that's my affirmation.
I also didn't get to include my favorite, that was the whole team.
Yes.
When I lied to you about it going off and Edwin, and I painted you all these pictures and my crystals were gleaming, and Edwin was just like,
Incorrect.
It's bullshit.
But it's sweet.
but
Yeah.
it's sweet. And we just moved forward. Okay.
Yeah. I really like the mayonnaise trap.
It's a good trap.
Yeah. That and the whole I'm a god thing.
Oh my god, that was very fun.
You were the only one that actually... I forgot you shared that last moment with Magner. So, since they covered their backstory with Magner, in terms of the rescue op and the Black Claws and her first-hand experience, you actually knew Moira and Magner. And
Yeah.
the last time you saw Magner was down south in a country that's not even shown on the map anymore, called and he was holding it down with his mining laser as the gym guards came and bombed the facility, and he had to run from them into the forest. And Magner was the only reason that he even got to be here to this day. Well, I guess not the
just
only
assumed he
reason.
died.
Not the only reason. You played a huge part when they caught up to you later, because God knows Tanaka's slippery ass didn't do shit.
Yeah.
That was the infamous Tanaka River battle.
Yeah, you're right. He was a slippery bastard.
Magner bought them time, and all Tanaka did was roll down the fucking hill.
Yeah.
For
Well, I was like
8 consecutive rounds.
Well, I was personally getting trees destroyed. And
It was a good time, but Magner's a cool dude, and I definitely kind of want to thumb through the character sheet after this. But this is the format of our stuff now. I hope you enjoyed it. Definitely appreciate everyone tuning in today.
Thank you guys for watching. I love you.
Also, Yoshi, be able to hit us with that before we go. He finally got home, so he can tell us about his character sheet.
Okay,
sweet.
yeah.
Cool.
We'd love to
We'll
hear
hang
it.
out on the stream.
Where's the credits?
Je ne pas.
See them?
Oh, right there.
Alright.
Deathly spelled. Don't worry about it. We're all good.
So
Alright.
we'll keep our credits up, but we'll stay on so you can see us. But it's important to give a shout out to everyone to Vendrasi 878 who donates to us on Patreon
Yeah.
and believes in what we're doing and
Takes care of the wyverns.
If you haven't checked out anything in our About section with our Facebook or our Patreon or anything that I do outside of this stuff, definitely go ahead and check out all those links, our YouTube, and all that jazz. And then hopefully we'll have a website up here soon too.
Fingers crossed.
But we'll wait for
Watch
what
our old
Yoshi has to
streams.
say.
Watch our old streams. Tell us how fun we are. We love affirmations, which is why Affirmation Station is a thing that exists now.
Woo! I mean, I feel a lot better ending this way than any other
It's
way.
really good to get to talk about. That's why affirmations are so important. Tell your people that you care about them.
Bitches.
I care about y'all. I care about you guys on stream too. Y'all are great.
Also, Strawberry777.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday.
I'm not gonna sing for you because I care about you.
You have a good singing voice.
Not right now, I don't.
You were singing in the car, doing great.
Was it Regina Spektor? Because she's like...
No, it was Dolly Parton.
Why?
I love Dolly Parton. I've been in a very Dolly Parton mood lately.
Man, there was supposed to be a
'cause I
Gaius
showed-
right here. It's supposed to be dope.
Because I showed you 9 to 5.
I got
Maybe, but
It'll
also
be
I
there
Will Always
next
Love You is
time.
like a beautiful, sad song that makes me
Yeah.
really emotional. And you know how I love
Are
to
you the
feel
one that
emotions.
showed me drunk history?
Yeah.
Was that
was last night.
Okay.
I was drunk, so I don't remember it.
No, I was really sober and
history.
just tired.
Oh, I see.
It's really cute. Like, the reason that she wrote I Will Always Love You is very sad. And, like, ugh. It's really good.
Got Porter Wagner.
Yeah.
And I,
Oh, wait.
instead of a Vine Halloween party, can we throw it back to old YouTube fails
No.
of like 2006?
No, we're having a Vine Halloween party.
Wow.
Guys.
Wow.
I'm trying to decide which Vine I'm gonna be. I might be that Vine of that guy where he's like moving his leg really funny, like walking around funny.
Oh, yeah.
You know the one?
Like a Ministry of Silly Walk sort of thing.
Oh yes, here I'll show you.
Alright.
Yoshi,
Stream, y'all won't be able to see it, but
come on.
it'll be fine. He goes like this. Just and his fucking friend is like, stop, you're gonna get pulled over, you need to stop.
get arrested.
You're gonna get arrested. And then the
It,
last
like,
second of the
cuts.
Vine is him like standing like this with like 6 police officers.
And he's like, I can't stop.
Oh my god.
The way to our hearts is Cheetos and
It's good vines.
Cheetos and vines. But yeah, I'm probably gonna get a comb over and
Why?
and then we thought about doing ones that are like the multiple different ones where like I just carry around a steering wheel and then I hit the brakes and she has a McFlurry and she's like, whoa,
Lauren! That one. Or the one where the mom like throws the milk.
Yeah,
or the
right.
cat where he like
so I go, and she just has these empty jugs of milk that she just throws.
It's gonna be a wild Halloween party.
Okay. Neat.
Okay.
Quit playing footsie with me.
That's why this is an adult stream, guys.
Well, no, I knew it was
This
her because it was a
bullshit.
child's foot.
That's fair.
Her foot is as big as my hand.
That's
we
true, we
measured
tested this
in
morning.
bed today. That was the thing we did before we got out of bed.
Huh.
Also,
You're like, I've got a ruler.
if you know me at all, last night I said, let me slip into something more comfortable. And I left in my Victoria's Secret pajamas and came back. I said, let me slip into something more comfortable. And I came back with my pants still on and my Bernie Sanders t-shirt.
Jolene is the gayest and most beautiful love song.
Jolene, Jolene.
Your beauty is beyond compare with flaming locks of auburn hair with ivory skin and eyes of emerald green.
Jolene,
That's all y'all get today.
Jolene,
That's all we're ever getting of Jolene.
Jolene,
Unless I get drunk.
Jolene.
I'm begging
I can do this too.
you, please.
Jolene!
Jolene.
Jolene! That's
Have
it,
you guys
right?
heard? Yeah, that's pretty much it. Have you
Good.
guys heard the Jack White cover of Jolene? It's
Yes.
a bop also.
It's not a bop, it's a bip.
It's a beggar. It's not a banger, it's a bop. Alright, Yoshi, I want to go to
Yoshi,
bed.
Yeah.
We'll see you next time.
DM us, do something.
Yeah, whisper to us.
Oh, is that what those things are? I have like
Yeah.
2 whispers.
Yeah, they're both from me. Okay.
Oh, yeah, they are.
Bye, pals. We love y'all. Thank you.
Yeah, this lighting does make your cheekbones look good.
It does.